Only one thing. It's Tuesday, it's 10:30, it's the Adam's Arms. That can mean only one thing. It is, of course, Tuesday Club. And I have a feeling tonight's Tuesday Club is going to be a slightly more upbeat version than usual. Because Arsenal played their 7th game in the Champions League. And won their 7th game in the Champions League. Going away to Inter. And they have won convincingly, 3-1. I didn't see it coming. Perhaps you did. Lots to talk about. Gabby Jesus staking a claim for the up-front position with a brace. And Gyökeres comes on and scores a classic as well. So I really don't know what's going on at Arsenal after all the doom and gloom of our 0-0 draw with Forest on the weekend. Today is upbeat and all eyes on Manchester United this weekend. Let's enjoy this first for a little bit though. But it is fantastic to see you here. Get in the comments, get involved, let me know what you thought of it. I'm going to be come back straight after this Tuesday Club musical interlude.
As dust settles, moonlight sharp like a blade. Tuesday club door swing, cool cats invade. Rosie at the helm, a queen with no crown. Snaps fingers once the whole room quiets down. Jackets leather, glasses frosted with steam. Laughter ricochets like a well-oiled machine. Dice roll in shadows, secrets drip like wax. Stylish assassins, no need to relax. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. Corners dim where the whispers spark flames. Stories unravel but nobody names names. Vinyl spins and beats bounce off the walls. Saxophone crying like the street light calls. The regulars know it's not just the scene. It's a haven for the sharp, the slick, the serene. Chatter like bullets ricochet through the air. Rosie's eyes sharper than a lioness stare. No drama, no mess, just rhythm and flow. Tuesday's the day, the city, let's go. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. I got the Tuesday Mets, no light, that's the Tuesday Mets. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. Tuesday nights where the ice...
This is an emergency broadcast on all YouTube bulletin stations. There is currently a massive emergency. Please... Oh no, there isn't. Well, I suppose there is a massive emergency if your entire life is spent gloomily predicting the downfall of this seemingly excellent team. I don't know. Like I genuinely, I didn't find it a particularly exciting game because there's no adrenaline. I didn't really care if we won or lost it. But I have to say, looking back on it, I kind of hoped that we'd nick a win. 3-1 is fairly convincing, isn't it? I didn't see much from Inter. I think we took the life out of the game. It's 7 played, 7-1 with a plus 18 goal difference. We could still finish second if Bayern Munich win their next 2 games 4-0. Or they have to make up a plus 8 goal difference that we have. But this is only the second goal we conceded in Europe. I did think it was going to be a cagey game, and it really wasn't. But more than that, much more interestingly than that, we've got so much to talk about in terms of the lineup and who played well, who didn't. I thought there were a couple of people who didn't play that well. Did the scoreline flatter us? Did we deserve it? Yada, yada, yada. All of this and more we can discuss. But I think the really big one for me is, what does this mean for the... I mean, like... Yes, it was great to see Gabby Jesus on the score sheet with 2 goals. First one a real poacher's finish. Gyökeres, though. I know that the ball sort of bobbles free to him and he takes a shot. I mean, Victor Gyökeres, is that going to... I wanted him to score so much against Forest. But he played too deep. In this game, they were stretched. We do so much better in Europe, don't we? But ultimately, the big question, and you know it's coming, Do we start him against Manchester United? Are you feeling more confident? And then there's all kinds of things we can talk about in terms of Arsenal and the Premier League. But we do also have to discuss Ethan Nwaneri, Mikel Arteta in his post-match interview being a bit cagey, saying it was still being discussed. But people like David Ornstein don't usually get this that massively wrong. And they are saying that Ethan Nwaneri is on his way to Marseille to be managed for 5 months by Roberto De Zerbi. I don't know if I feel really good about it, but I'm here to have you change my mind. Thank you so much for being here on a Tuesday with me. And of course, it's becoming something I expect, Hawkers. Captain Hawkwind. And you know what happens. Hawkwind! Great to see you. And the customary keys. It was, I will agree with you, good win. I did have a quick scout around the other, the YouTuber sphere to see what everyone else has made of it. There is one particular stream I will not mention, but they are gloomy. You wouldn't believe it, but they are. Hawkwind with all kinds of heavy metal sounds. Brilliant to see you. Here he is, Zanzi Barbarian. We just know him as Zanzi. Some people have started calling him Zidane Zanzi. But it's nice to see you woke up on time. Did you watch the match or did you fall asleep? He's giving it oi Hawkies. Greetings everyone. Jose! Dum, 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 dum. One of the, I think, the first regular of the Adams Arms. It's always brilliant to see you here, sir. And Betty, how are you doing? And he's giving it, I did see it coming. Starting to think you might be a bit of a Nostradamus, actually. Maybe it's because you're an hour ahead. You see things slightly. I don't know, but it's great to see you. And Malia, without whom none of this makes any sense at all. It's a Tuesday club. Big up, Bossman, and all the chat. Let's go in it, fam. In it. When the moon hits your eye like a big guna pie, it's amore. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to croon. I love it. And there's Miss Melina, the Queen of Arsenal. I was dipping in and out of your watch along. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Someone's high tonight. I don't know who you mean. I tell you that. Evening, landlord, and you degenerate regulars. I'll have a double Jesus and a single Jokeres and a packet of emptying the San Siro, please. I think that is going to be the last time we ever play at the San Siro because they are tearing it down. It's almost as if they knew. We conceded our second goal in the Champions League. Boo! Sack Arteta. He's going to have to answer for this. And not everyone played well. That's the main criticism I was listening to. It's either a measure of just how far we've come as a team that you can beat Inter 3-1 at the San Siro with a lot of changes to your natural first 11. And still come away with a 3-1 win. Remember, they needed this. They're not guaranteed to finish in the top 8. They really needed this. I completely forgot. Did anyone watch the Manchester City? Sam Greenwood will tell you, Bodo Glimt are a very good side. But are they really good enough to beat... Manchester City 3-1? Slightly mental. Thank you, Malia. And hi. Hi to you too. Fantastic to see you. Miss Melina, Queen of Arsenal and Queen of Char. Hello, young ladies. Kettles are young ladies. Cheers, Zanzi. Hope you're well yourself. And then we have JJJ7. If we win the league and no Nwaneri, my heart hurts. I can't lie. I'm the same, actually. I just don't get it. I understand that lots of people telling me he needs minutes. He needs minutes, but don't you need to be part of a title-winning team more? Don't you need to see what it's like in that dressing room to feel that buzz? We've got only one player in our squad that actually knows what it's like to win the Premier League. I don't know what it'd be like coming back if you're Ethan Nwaneri and you haven't been part of that. I'm not sure. There's a wave from Zanzi. And a yo from Colliston. Loved your comment earlier. And the fact that you write bollocks at the end of every comment has something I look forward to now. And Coach Jordash is here. It's been a minute. Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Oi, Razor, fantastic win tonight. Bring on United this weekend. You want some? I think I've had some. I don't know if I'm awake, Like, that was one hell of a result, wasn't it? I remember the 2003 Inter Milan 5-1. there's players like Thierry Henry in that side. If you believe what you hear on YouTube, and only in the Adams Arms is that a sensible strategy. But if you do believe it, then you have to say we are not a very good team. No world-class players, no mentality for the victory, no fight, no determination. But 7 played, 7 won. And these are not shitty teams we've played either, by the way. We battered Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid. We've now beaten Inter Milan. Am I forgetting one? Is there another good team that we've played and beat in there? Well, we've beaten everyone. And only 2 teams have scored against us. And that's Bayern Munich and Inter Milan. It's too early to get excited. Let's not do that thing where everybody gets excited and says we might win a Champions League, because many a slip twixt cup and lip. Liverpool finished top last season and went out to Paris Saint-Germain. But Paris Saint-Germain lost today as well against Sporting. Lots of interesting results. Tottenham winning. How? Choo-choo. All aboard the Thomas Frank engine. I knew Gyökeres just needed time. What a game. Lee Davis, 60-79. Are you calling it? And are you saying that he's arrived? The Gyok 14 is finally here. Zanzi says, "Oh, you Bristolian got some gorgeous scrumpy for you, mate. But don't stick your fingers in it. It might not come out." Oh, dear. I did. City were shocking. Are you saying you predicted Bodo Glimt? There's a point where they had a goal ruled out, didn't they? There's a point where it went 4-1 and I was like, this is mental. I was watching I was watching it and I was listening to Typical City. I do have to say, Manchester City fans don't know what to do with themselves right now. It's very cold in Norway. They're still in a rebuild. Don't forget, it's a rebuild. You know, they can't just go and buy players, ready-made players from anywhere in the world, like Omar Mamouche and Reinders and Semenyo and Mark Gay. Did they need him tonight? Would it have made any difference? I did feel sorry for their young centre-back from Watford, Elaine. I'm going to talk about Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, but maybe we won't tonight. Maybe you guys tell me what we talk about. Miss Berlin says it's good to see you. Zanzi, that's the best scrumpy. How much is a pint? Oh, it's free. Every drinks are free all night. If we do win the league and there's no 1 year in my heart will hurt, I can't lie. And hi all, hope you've been well. Galvo, been a minute. How the hell are you? Good to see you. I see you're on the old portrait format. Why not? Some of you are on your phones. Some of you are in landscape. Anthony Herbert, it's the Adams Arms, mate. It's always free. If we do win it and he's not here, he's played enough games to get winners medal. It's not the point, is it? It's not the same. The quad is low. Boyton Dio, I'm crediting him with it. If he hasn't started making these t-shirts, though, I'm starting to itch to make the merch. The quad is still loaded, guys, and we have Dan's favourite team next, Champions League. Hi, karate! Gutted for the players suspended for that match, because I think it may well be the last time they ever get to play karate. On my way, Dan's a good lad. Free beer, I'm there. Absolutely. So, Gabriel, Saliba, Rice, Timber, Saka, Rare, Calafiori, world class. I can't say that. People get really upset if you start saying that like players that you like are world class. You have to be able to prove it on an Etch-a-Sketch. I don't care. What I'd say is my definition of world class is pretty straightforward. World class, as far as I'm concerned, is would you get into a select, like if there was a world, if we had to play another planet and we had to put the 25 best players in the world in a squad, would you get in? At the moment on form, I don't know if Saka does. A little bit greedy again tonight. I did get an assist though. And overall, you know, if you win 3-1, everyone gets praise, no? You'd think so anyway. It's not like that on the internet, though. Coach says City lost me money. I didn't lose me any money. I made some money on that because I bet on goals, not on... I did have money on them to come back when they were 2-0 down, and that went sailing. But Gyökeres was good. Luca's here. Luca, I haven't seen you in ages, sir.
This manager, this board, this fan base, the Cronkies. I want my dummy.
How are you feeling tonight? Have you changed? Are you feeling a little less antagonistic towards Mikel Arteta, or is he still the wrong man for the job? Be honest, right now, he could probably get another job if he wanted to, couldn't he? No, I mean, I watched the game when they went 2-0 down. Oh, you predicted Man City were going to lose when they were 2-0 down. That's not quite as impressive. I'll give you that. It's rigged like wrestling now. Steve Austin vibe. What's rigged? I want to keep Ethan until the summer, then loan maybe. I'm the same, man. Like, let him stay for these. You never know what's going to happen. Plus, just chuck him on for the odd game. Play him against Man United. We've got players. Eze, I thought, actually, to be honest with you, I thought Eze was good, but nothing outstanding. But how great for Eze. He came to Arsenal for games like the San Siro, right? For people saying that Gyökeres doubts where you now gone hiding, I'm confident. Let's not seesaw. Let's not swing about like crazy, right? Like, here's the thing. You judge a player. You can't judge a player as good 1 minute, bad the next minute. For me, Gyökeres versus Jesus. I'm really interested. Let me know in the comments who you start against Man United on Sunday. Would it be Gyökeres coming on, and is that competition fired him up? Now, he took his goal really well and he looked like a bit of a problem. Against Forest, he was far too deep. Tonight, as a sub, game stretched. That was comfortable tonight. We dominated them at their place. It feels weird, doesn't it? It feels weird. I did get a text. Let me just see if I can. A text flashed up. And Arsenal have become the first ever English top flight side to win an away game in 4 different competitions in a single month. Now, I don't know if that's true, but Sean, thanks for that. I hope it is. The Adams Arms is world class, and that's fact. Absolutely. We spitteth of the factages. And here we are, both Rice and Marino suspended for the Kirat game. You've spelled Kirat wrong, by the way. It's Kairat. I have no idea, really, how you pronounce it, but it's definitely not spelled like that. I know, this is gutting for them, because who doesn't want to play Kairat? Hey, Karate. And what? Eze was busy. Jesus, MLS, and Gyok played well. Saka was brilliant. Yeah, I don't know about brilliant actually. I'm not jumping on that bandwagon, but I think he was good. I did see this as well, by the way. There are rumours, and there always are in January, the transfer window, isn't it? But there are rumours that Alvarez is looking to leave Atletico Madrid. Since Andrea Berta that signed him to Atletico, is there a chance we could get him? I'm going to say right now, and clip it, I would love to see Alvarez come to Arsenal. He would certainly improve us. But I just don't see it getting done. I mean, how much are they going to want for him? Didn't they pay like 70, 80 million euros for him? So it's a big one, this one. Start Jesus against Man United, definitely. Okay, brilliant. Does everyone agree with that? Because I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm totally not sure. But I suppose I was thinking about this anyway earlier in the week. All this who starts, who finishes, as long as they're on a bench and they can come on and make a difference, does it really matter? Thoughts on Ethan's situation? I don't mind the loan move as long as we keep it in for future. Hope we don't go down Balogun route with Rice and Marino suspended for Kairat. It's a good rest, Rice, for that match. Is it spelled like that? You're all spelling it like that now. Wait a second. Am I wrong? Can that happen? I don't know. It's K-A-I rat. Honestly. Kairat. My favourite team from... I have no idea where they're from. I've looked it up like 6 times. I don't care. But let me just read this again. Sorry, it's gone. With Marino suspended for it's good rest, Rice, for that match when it's current game. Is anyone else a bit surprised at how much game time he gives players like Saka and Declan? I mean, did Declan have to come on today? I liked him when he came on, but did he need to come on today? Anthony with Hiya. And Richard Andrews, fantastic to see you. Hello, Dan. Hope you're well. Such a good result. Great to see Jesus score twice and Victor score. I'll start Jesus against Man United. I think we're in line for a heated debate here, boys and girls. I honestly don't know. I'd be inclined to start Gyökeres because I think if you throw him on because Jesus got a brace and he gets a goal, has he got that fire in his belly? Maybe could you start both of them? No, stick Gyök in. I love it. There's a real schism forming between the Gyökeres in and the Gyökeres out. And of course, we've had Lucas say that this is now proof that Gyökeres is world class. I'm paraphrasing. I'm being unkind, actually, because you didn't say that. But do you all think that he's arrived now? And look, there's Zanzi proving he can spell correctly. My beloved Kairat. Hi karate. Trossard, Jesus, White, Marino, Odegaard, Havertz, still by replacement. What do you mean? Trossard, Jesus, White, Marino, Odegaard, Havertz, sell by... Oh, I see. Sell by replacement. Would you? Oh, would you mean... Are we playing a game of which would you sell, which would you buy, would you play? I'd keep all of them. And true win. Declan needed to clear his yellow card to miss Kairat. He had to come on at some point. Oh, is that right? God, that's deep knowledge. I did not know any of that. So this, I guess, would mean that he's available for the last 16, the next round we play. Gyökeres sucks. I can't do that. He's an Arsenal player. I can't say he sucks. But I think I can say that he's not the striker that many people told me he was. And I'd never really seen him. I saw him play against Manchester City where he did score a hat-trick, but he didn't look that great. And I saw him play against us, and he only had that one shot to hit the post late on. It's about 4,000 miles from London to Kairat. Is it a place or is it just the name of a team? Not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know that. Fucking glad we're at home because it's minus stupid over there right now. It feels that here, to be honest with you. Start Jesus and bring Yok on later. I like it. Why the hell not? It worked tonight. It's a good shout to start both, actually. I don't think of that. Now I have no idea. I don't think he's going to start both. Yes, he'd be available now for the round of 16 guaranteed. Brilliant. I'd honestly never even thought that. I'm so glad you brought that up. And Lucas says, we'll find out where Arsenal really are in the next 5 games. Oh, God. You know, of course we will. Of course another 5 games gives us information. You know, like, this is the thing. James B, formerly of AFTV, did a really good thing of like, you know, I've had a look into the stats and it's not as bad as I thought it was after we drew to Nottingham Forest. Because a lot of people were saying, you know, that Brandon fella who, God, you know the one I'm talking about. How miserable, you know. Oh, it's not good enough. And, you know, people keep saying we're 7 points clear of Villa. They've got to play tomorrow. They'll beat Everton. Then it's only 4 points. Well, they didn't, did they? And what about that wonderful meltdown interview that we discussed on Sunday? I loved it, from former Arsenal manager Unai Emery, which is why he's famous, because he's a former Arsenal manager. Kairat Almaty. I thought it was Kazakhstan. I just, you know. They're my favourite Kazakhstani club by a distance. Villa buying Mateta and Watkins. Is Mateta, I know, God, like Crystal Palace, fire sale. I mean, like, I know they're not going to go down. Well, I don't know they're not going to go down, but they're probably not going to go down. And they're still selling everyone. I mean, Mateta, I won't be able to keep, like, some of these players, like, when they move over, they become, I've got, like, Man City are buying everyone. Poor Man City as well. Right in the throes of a rebuild. Should we do a GoFundMe for them? I'm sick of Man City fans wanting sympathy because they're going through a rebuild. I think the criticism that was... I'm not either side of this argument, by the way. The criticism that was always levelled at Pep Guardiola is that he can't rebuild teams. He goes out and buys big teams and he moulds them. And he's not been at a club long enough to be considered for a rebuild. So this is happening now. And, you know, for all the people saying, oh, City couldn't still put a run together, they're only 7 points behind us. They've got 3 points in their last 12 Premier League games. And let's be honest, they did play well against Newcastle in the League Cup. They battered Exeter, surprisingly. As Zanzi pointed out on Sunday, it will be a pub quiz question now. 10 goals scored by Man City, not one of them by Erling Haaland, which must be a really difficult time in his career. I really just want to send out my condolences to him. I saw him leaving the pitch and he just felt like he looked upset. Just do remember to stay humble, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Is it Pep's last few games now? Do they just bite the bullet? How many? If they lose a couple more games in the Premier League, I don't see why he stays. I don't think he's staying another year after this. Kazakhstan is right. We need a party type. Do you mean Thomas Party? I don't think we do. I don't, but I'll have that debate with you if you want to pop on. Kairat is a place near Almaty. They are, look at see who's been on Google. They're as far east in Europe as you can go without being Mongolian or Chinese, and it's minus 14 there right now.
fine. Brandon on TFT really just needs the Premier League trophy to change his views. Before that, he's still really scarred by past experience of Arsenal failures. True, you're on fire today, making some brilliant comments. I totally understand James B and Brandon and other fans who have never lived through a title race and don't know what it's like. All I'd say to you is remember Man City with the Aguero against QPR, winning 3-2 against Aston Villa on the last day of the season. Even 2 years ago against us, they had to win their last game of the season. Titles go to the wire most of the time because it's really hard to win the league, and lots of people want to do it, except Tottenham, obviously. They're just glad to be part of it. Now, this is a moment I love. He's here. And if I can do this more quickly, I would be there.
Almost everything has something to do with Leeds United. Mr. Tom, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Tom.
Impressive. Thank you. I love it because this is Mr. Tom. He knows, not only does he know wrestling, which I know nothing about, by the way, but he knows football too. And an objective opinion and an honest opinion. So if Mr. Tom is saying genuinely impressive, I'll take that because it is difficult as an Arsenal fan. So many other Arsenal fans tonight are saying, oh, why has he played him? That wasn't very good. You know, there's a lot of gloom. There's a lot of gloom. Luckily not in here. Thank goodness. Gunnar Neal, 74. What a great year 74 was. We have clean squad depth now. Hopefully the process is nearly completed. I don't know how far I can go. I don't know what this really means. I don't know. I want to hear from you because I really want to hear from you because I'm not sure how to feel. Part of me just thinks it's a league phase before a cup phase. It's still a cup. You know, you could still go out to Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain or Inter in the semis or something like that. Getting from here to the final is still a very arduous process, and it's not like we're out of any other cups. We have lots of games to play. Maybe that's another really good reason we should carry on with Ethan Wanyeri. Send Gunnosaurus to Palace to replace Mateta, please. How do we all feel about Gunnosaurus? I'm not. I must admit, I'm not entirely convinced. Got to make a living somehow, mate. It's not easy these days. Got to make a living. Chris Nix with Hey Babes. How you doing? And Esposito for Inter was good against Mosquera. Then Gabriel came on. I'm liking Mosquera. I had to be told on Sunday that he was in the. I didn't even see him on the bench. So the fact he's actually played now, when certain people had predicted he wouldn't be back till the end of the season. Some people are shameless, aren't they? When they say things, they say it with so much confidence that you actually get taken in by it, and then you realise what the fuck they're talking about. Neither do I, by the way. Mr. Tom talks wrestling. Lord Thomas of Leeds. How the devil are you? His Royal Slag Highness Unai Emery cooking. Well, I think he's preparing his resume. I did see Aston Villa. Aston Villa are in a bit of trouble, aren't they? They're so close to the edge on a PSR. This isn't, I don't think, the night to talk about fair play and profit and sustainability regulations, but something's not right about it, is there? I've had worse days, Andy. Just a flying visit to pay respects to a 7-7 UCL team. Have a good night, everyone. Mr. Tom, thank you so much. We're 7-7. 7 from 7. Leeds legend, Mr. Tom, indeed. I'm going to access it with 10 games left of the season, to be honest, after the past 2 seasons. Yeah, you know what? Like, let's. There's no need. This is the thing that I'm noticing about fans who are. Part of them is obviously screaming out to start believing. How could you not? We're 7 points clear of the top of the Premier League. We're 7 from 7 games won in the Champions League. We're in a semi-final with a 3-2 first leg lead over Chelsea. So you might think Wembley is the famous Arsenal and we're going to Wembley. Hard not to sort of start thinking maybe we're as good as we think we are. And all these people say, oh, but you dropped points against Nottingham Forest, you dropped points against Sunderland. Yes, we have dropped points. We've dropped points this season. There's no getting away from that. We've got Manchester United at home. I could see us drawing that game, and is there more meltdowns because it's Liverpool, Forest, and Man United, and we've only picked up 3 points in the league. But saying all of that, what you've started to notice now is the the narrative has become about, well, Arsenal are only going to win this league because everyone else is shit, which frankly is a kind of stupid thing to say, because obviously if you're the best team, it doesn't matter if you're the best of the best or the best of the rest, but if you're the best team, they'll win the Premier League trophy. And I'm not going to give a shit how good all the other teams were. But Man City don't look good enough. Aston Villa don't look good enough. I mean, is there anyone else that can come up and win this? It ain't going to be Liverpool, is it? City won 3-2 against QPR, not Villa. They also 2-0 down to Aston Villa. The Aguero goal was against QPR, but they did also in the second of the four. They won. I think it was the second of their four in a row. They won at. They were 2-0 down to Villa, and they came back to win it 3-2. My boss is a Man City fan. All he says is if Rico Lewis is in a team, they'll lose. Yeah, change your record, mate. I don't know, man. Like this is if this is a rebuild, they're doing a really weird rebuild, aren't they? If I was thinking rebuild, I don't know if I'm convinced by this rebuild at all. I don't think anyone is. Donnarumma didn't look that great. Elaine, I mean, after getting hooked at half time, he started him again. Kuzanov and Elaine, that's not a back. That back four with Ait Nouri, who's hardly played, Nico Riley, Elaine and Kuzanov. Even with Ballon d'Or winning Rodri in front of him, and this isn't that Rodri. Then up front, Haaland stuttering, Foden still getting played, Rico Lewis in the midfield, Gianni Reinders, who I really thought was going to be better than he has been. Hit the likes, bums. Entry here is free. Mr. Tom, I understand that just some people are different and their views are allowed to be expressed as long as they don't impose their views on others. That goes both ways. Listen, I agree with that 100%. Here at the Adams Arms, we attack ideas, not the people who have them. I love it when people have different ideas from me. It's banter, it's interesting, and everyone's entitled to their perspective. I think that there are people who are a little bit more cautious than others. Some people probably, like Ty from AFTV, has probably been saying, we've won it for ages. I think it's been a couple of weeks for me that I've actually felt like we're going to do it. This feels like a title-winning season to me. I have fortunate enough to say that I have lived through 5 of them, and I was 16 of the first of those 5. So it's not like I was 4. I'm not a league gunner going on about, I'm 4, I saw 89, through a pacifier. Dino was prime football. Night, Mr. Tom. Oi, oi, there he is, Clockenders. Oi, oi, it's all coming together. So proud of this squad. Yeah, it's hard not to be. But there are some who aren't. There are some haters still hating. Wanyeri off to Marseille. I believe rumours that Lewis Skelly could go on loan. Also, I hear, which is shocking. I haven't heard that. I don't want Wanyeri to go, let alone both of them. I just think that, listen, I do understand. I fully understand the idea that if you're not getting game time is really important in the development of a football player. But equally, so is being in a dressing room when they win the league. 3 games to go. Who would you buy in Jan? Realistically, you get 50 million. What would you do? Ooh. That's a really good question. I'm going to put a pin in that. I think we should all get on that question. If it's 50 million, I can't buy Julian Alvarez. I don't know who you get for 50 million. There has to be someone. I don't know. I can't wait. Please get in the comments. Coach Jordash with a great question. Who would you buy for 50 million in Jan? Because I don't think I need anyone. Wanyeri under De Zerbi should be great. Gives me a reason to watch Liga beyond PSG. 100%. I did think that as well. I thought, well, I'll definitely watch him. To be honest, Dan, Gunnosaurus is really for the kids. But it's still better than Southend's Dayglow pink 7-foot shrimp. Is it? Is it? I'm not sure. I'm not telling a 7-foot shrimp anything, mate. You're here. Up the arse now. We actually gained 1 point with Man City losing. Yeah, I know. 20th of December, everyone having kittens because we dropped points to Villa. Was it the 6th of December? Actually, I can't even remember what it was. But certainly a month ago, everyone's saying that, we've blown it because now there's only a 2-point lead over Man City. A month later is a 7-point lead and people are still talking about how we're dropping points. We have dropped points this season. We just haven't dropped as many as other teams. This is fairly obvious, isn't it? I only just stumbled across the City result. I watched it. You can't really believe what you're watching. I mean, Rodri looks knackered at the end of the Man United game, and today he just looked like 2 stupid yellow cards in about a minute, or it might have been 2 minutes. That's done because when anyone wins, it's because everyone ain't good enough. Yeah, I know. Right, exactly. If you win a league, you're the best team in it. But the narrative's already like, oh, you know, I'm talking about City fans. City fans are saying, I saw typical City tonight. He was gutted. You would be. He's going to have a proper whinge about all this tomorrow. But he was saying, you know, this Arsenal side aren't that good. They'd never have beaten one of the big Man City sides. And I think, where are we going now? All right, well, I don't know. Maybe this Arsenal side wouldn't have beaten the best ever Centurions. You know, maybe it wouldn't. Probably wouldn't have beaten the Invincibles. Maybe the Centurions would have been. I don't know what we're doing here. Play FIFA if you want that kind of shit. I'm saying right now, this season, we're the best team in the country. We're going to win the Premier League. And now, you're going to believe us. And now you're going to believe us. We're going to win the league. Come on, you Gunners! Love it. Clock Enders, it's easy to write your name when I used the I and wondered why you were not coming up. And that's not a euphemism either. Shouted your show out at the end of the stream, Landlord. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What are them gloomy, depressed, boring, brain-dead James Blunts going to moan about now, I wonder? I can tell you. Because I did a little dip in. Because I'm an idiot. That's what it comes down to. Clip that. I like to go and see what they're talking about. Because you think there's a point where one day I'm going to drop in on one of these streams and they're going to be like, well, I take it back. We're really good. This is good. I like this. This is what I always wanted. I've been a fan for 20 years and I've always wanted to see us play this well. No. Instead, they're saying, why did he put Declan Rice on? Saka looks washed. He's never going to be the same player again. Selfish. Should have passed the ball. Gyökeres was lucky with his shot, etc., etc. Zanzibar. I'm 38. It's been long since we won the league. Got bored of it. Yeah, it is. You know what? Of course. I remember the only thing I can relate to similar really was when I was 16 and it was the 89 season and I believed so hard. Derby, Wimbledon happened and I was like, oh, I'm sick of this team. We'll never win a league in my lifetime. We went to Anfield, won 2-0. But that was, I think, that is the longest period. I mean, my first 16 years, but then obviously won it 89, then won it 2 years later, then 7 years later, then 4 years after that, and then obviously, do you know what I mean? Like, it's been the longest wait. Guna Neil 74. This is great, by the way. I think Lookman has been linked. I'm not doing transfer news, but I do keep a sort of eye on it. I'd buy Lookman for 30 to 35 million, to be honest. I think that's a really good shout. We definitely need a left winger. Apparently, Italian police are up to their usual shit over there. I mean, they are shitheads. Like, you know what? Italian police kept us in the Stadio dell'Alpi. Even though there were no Juventus fans in the game, they still kept us back almost long enough to make us miss our flight home. And poking you with, like, truncheons. And no, that's not a euphemism. Arteta pushed for the Marseille move, probably as he rates De Zerbi's style, as most managers do. Yes. De Zerbi's very highly rated. I said this in a video earlier today. Please do go and check it out after this. But I said basically that when Ansu Fati, who was a great player for Barcelona, a young breakthrough player, then got a really bad injury, it was handled really badly by Barcelona. His injury got worse, and then it went over to the other because he'd been overcompensating, got a thigh injury on the other leg. Went to Brighton because Barcelona really highly respect Roberto De Zerbi, and it didn't work for him there. And nothing seems to be working for him now. He might have been overplayed, is the reality. But De Zerbi is certainly a great person to be coaching Ethan Nwaneri. I just don't think now. By all means, send him off for the full season next season, but not now. As Jesus is informed, we can't deny his prone injury rates. If offered decent money, I would have Lookman either on a loan option or buy from Atalanta. Yeah, I definitely think Lookman's a great shout, by the way. Lookman, yep. Anthony says same. Hey, Jordan's here. Great to see you, True Copite Reds. So that's Madrid, Bayern, Madrid, and now Inter. We've stuck 3 past. Super Mick. Clueless. I know. It's not doing badly for a manager who doesn't know what the hell he's doing, is he? I don't know how he does it. I was looking at this as well. When you think of Tottenham are in the top 10 in Europe now. We've battered them. Bayern, Atletico, Inter. Of course, the reality will be that everybody will be saying tomorrow, yeah, well, this Inter aren't that good. They're just not that good. Atletico Madrid. Hey, Mortlicky, Texas. Hi, landlord and all. Great to see you, sir. Can we win? Can we win the Champions League? It's a cup game. It's a cup game. We'd be strong favourites. I'm not 100% sure if we win now or not. Look at that. 2 people pop up straight away. 2 absolute heroes. Zanzi will be pleased. Oh, there's Zanzi. Right, let's one by one. Let us introduce them as they appeared on my screen. I'm just going to quickly run through these comments and then introduce you to my 3 co-hosts. If I had the sufficient funds and they lowers his salary, 250 with Kvaratskhelia or Osimhen. Osimhen, definitely, man, definitely. I'm loving your comments today, by the way. Yeah, Osimhen, we can't afford. Kvaratskhelia. What's happening at Paris Saint-Germain anyway? Is Luis Enrique leaving? Something going on there, isn't it? Hi, Anthony. My birthday is Friday. Time for you to get a card. You can play striker and on the left, 35 million is good price. Yeah, I like it. I like Lookman. I was really hoping we'd sign Lookman in the summer, but it went a bit cold. He's having a tough time as well, isn't he? I'd buy Bitcoin and then go on holiday. What if you had 50 million? Why would you buy anything? You could live off 50 million, can't you? Carl, the gentleman prefers. Great to see you, you know. Gary's here with hello, hello. So I'm expecting any minute now to hear hello, goodbye. Big up, Carl. I agree. I wanted Lookman at the start of the season. What? We'll see. When we win, we could sell good prices. All of a sudden, we can buy continuously. Yep. Hello, Gary. Bye, Gary. There it is. Yo, Nate, got a spot for me, Dan? I would like to join, please. I've spoiled it. They know you're coming. I personally think we'll have 2 late incoming players by second. Nah, I don't think that. Does anyone else think that? I'm going to take a risk now. Guys, I'm going to introduce you to... This is not just a great YouTuber. This is a great YouTuber with some brilliant curtains. Look at them. Although, bone to pick with you, Gary.
Oh, no. What'd I do?
I watched you on a stream earlier where the curtains were far more visible.
I'm sorry.
It's not me you've got to apologise to. It's this fella.
Sorry, Zanzi.
How you doing?
He hides them for me.
He does.
You know what? You know what? It's not too much of a good thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Too much of a good thing. Sometimes you got to hold back so that they don't get the full effect.
Oh, Gary, be quiet. Benny's here. I remembered his name. Benny here. Benny from Germany is here.
Benny from Berlin. Berlin
Hello,
Benny.
Indeed.
So I am thrilled to see you all. I'm expecting us to have a really good vibe tonight. But can I just check? Any of you pissed off about tonight's game?
It was terrible.
You know what? Like, I don't want to. I'm not.
Why are our strikers scoring all the goals now?
Oh, it's disgusting.
I mean, what is up with that? That's the I'm not
open
used
play
to that.
goals. Who are we? This isn't how we play. This isn't our style. We've got a reputation to manage.
What's up with Ray as well? Did fuck all night and let him go. I don't know.
I know. Disgusted. Disgusted. That's 2 he's let in now in the elite competition in Europe. What's he doing? Sack him. Sack him. Sack the board. Sack everyone. Benny, what did you think?
Getting Kepa, I guess.
Thank God we've got a good backup. I'm not even making this up, guys. There are streams happening right now where they're bitching. They're complaining.
We put our squad players in our bench. We said, you know what? We'll give you Saliba, we'll give you Zubamendi, and we'll give you Saka. What are you going to do with those? Are the 3 main players that you're going to have to deal with. How are you going to handle that? They couldn't really handle that, right? That's what we did today.
Eze in for Odegaard. Oh, that's it. They were complaining about Odegaard. Somebody was saying, oh, he's definitely going to be playing against Inter, and then he'll play against Man United. So I don't know. That didn't happen. Saying Zubamendi. I thought Timber had a bad game, but not terrible. And still got an assist. I don't know. It's a weird old game, isn't it? I mean, you go to the San Siro and you outplay them in almost every department. They had 1% more possession than us, but who cares?
I think we come a long way. I remember a time, it was before the Invincibles, where we would go to Europe I think we were in they called it the UEFA Cup then,
Yeah,
and we would get battered. I I remember when this was before the Invincibles. This was when I started. Well, I was really young. Kanu was still playing then, and anytime we'd leave the shores of England, we get battered. Like I think
it
I
wasn't
remember.
that bad, but it wasn't that great either. In
Yeah, I
2000, we
remember.
made it.
Yeah,
We
I
we made
remember.
it to the UEFA Cup
Yeah,
final, and we had to take penalties into the Galatasaray end. Otherwise, I think we'd win. But like
I
everyone
vaguely
missed it.
remember us playing a match against Valencia and John Carew, like hitting like two or three. Yeah,
Stop it! Stop it!
yeah.
Stop it! Stop it! I
No,
was
no.
there. Stop it!
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I mean, like
didn't enjoy
then,
it.
yeah,
There
yeah,
were a
but
couple. Yeah, no, I think that was Champions League though. Actually,
yeah. But look at how far we've come. Where we were like dragging with teams then, and now we're like at Inter playing like our second, making like 10
know.
changes and like dominating the game. Look at how far we've come in such a short period of time.
I
Not many
just,
can
I
say that.
actually don't know what to make of it. I'm the same. I think we should talk about this amongst ourselves because I really don't know what to make of this. This is weird. You know, I saw the lineup and I thought, yeah, I don't really care about this game. I'm okay losing 2-0, 3-0 to Inter. They need it. Boitendio, quad loading. Boitendio loading. I guess Inter must have taken the game lightly because their qualification is guaranteed. I know, right? This is what there will be a narrative about why Inter didn't play that well. Inter aren't very good, but their fans, Interfosi, they are not happy. They were not happy. I mean, you don't play badly in front of them.
Yeah.
So this is not an Inter team that was trying to just stroll around. They wanted it. It just didn't happen for them. Martinelli's pass to Gyok was silky. Yeah. Hi, Zanzi. Bye, Zanzi. No curtains for you. 19 watching, 13 likes. It's just not enough, is it? It's not enough. It's not enough. But we'll live with it. Are we able to buy Bellingham to partner with Rice and Zubi? We need quality and not depth. No, we're not. No, we're not able. So you drop in Odegaard like a hot potato there, aren't you, Coach? I'm just going to rate. There's not that many more comments. Let me get through them, and then everyone's up to date. I'm starting to believe in a cup or two. I know. I know. Well, look, let's be honest and say that Man City await us if we get past Chelsea.
The one we just saw today?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That
not
one?
just today.
No, but you
not
know what?
just
They're going to
the
be
one
back.
against
They're going to
Chelsea,
be back.
The one against Brighton.
No, they're going to be back. They're still going to be back. It's coming. Remember? It's coming. They're going to roll off 20 wins.
Yeah, 21 now. They'll need. You got to look at this. I have my own theories about Pep. Maybe there'll be time to talk about them, but I just think let him go now. He needs a rest, man. He's tired.
He's in the cellar, Peppers. He's been arguing with me that he wants to buy some Arsenal players, and I said no.
How funny if he turns up walking around the pitch with an Arsenal cup. I think come on, if these managers had a sense of humour, they'd all start doing it, wouldn't they? Or he does a press conference, says this board's never backed me. Go, yeah, all right, Pep, yeah. I want Semenyo. Well, you've already got a left winger. You said Semenyo was derivative. I want that one. Autocorrect is great till it isn't. Landlord, did you remember to invite the Gluminati to join us for today's stream? They're always invited. They're always invited. Do you know what? They are always lurking in the background as well. You'd be surprised. We might have a loan come in. I don't think we'll sign 2 permanent players. I don't know if we'll get a loan in either. Big up, Gary. Gaza, any doom and you're off. But up to Zanzi Zidane. Coach Jonas, Bellingham could be a false 9. He's had his best season in that role in his first year. He did have it. I still don't. I think when you're as good as Jude Bellingham, you play anywhere, right? Boitendia, not necessarily perma players, but loan deals. I don't think we want them. All right. Me from South Africa. Yep. Big I mean. Yep. Galatasaray from FA Arena and Galatasaray again. Perhaps we'll... Oh, there's another Galatasaray. Fantastic. Yeah, that was 2000. That was UEFA Cup. Oh, shit show of a game that was. I told you Raya has weak fingers because of his oversized gloves. The coach has got to get control of that. Are we ready to sell Raya? I think
terrible today.
Yeah.
He let that goal in. I mean, those are some weak fingertips, man.
Oh, little shit.
How in the
I'm
world
so
does he
angry.
not stop that?
I'm so angry. When are people going to see...
They're small fingers as well because he's nowhere near the ball.
No, so annoying. I mean, it was just a relatively straightforward worldie into the top right corner. Like, where are you? Where's our keeper? And Galatasaray again. I think I'm getting bored of you writing Galatasaray, so I might have to put you in a timeout. Anthony, I shall now refer to Zanzi as Zizou.
Ooh.
He's got enough names. I bet that fraud Lee in Spain is moaning is all. I haven't seen him. I know there's some very dull people on who support Arsenal there. The problem is we never won anything. Yeah, recently. I mean, that is a problem. No one's saying it isn't. Our last trophy was 6 years ago. Yeah, of course it's a problem. But what do you want to do? Why aren't people going on Aston Villa for that, by the way? What's the last thing Aston Villa won? Was it the League Cup in 98 or 96 or something? Can't believe PSG got beat this evening. I can't. When they 1-0 up and then they lost 2-1. We're not winning last 10 years. Facts. We're not winning last 10. We can't win the last 10 years. Are you, Coach? Are you saying that you don't think we're going to win anything this season? Because I think I'll take that bet off you. How much you got and what do you want to bet? Majin! Hey, mate. Brilliant to see you. Coach, what's the last 10 years got to do with this Arsenal squad? You're trying to be rational now. Inter, 3 points top. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Thank you for reminding me, Gunnar Neil 74. This is a shit Inter side. That just happens to be 3 points clear at the top of, and you know,
I saw a stat. We beat the best of Germany. We beat the best of Italy. You know,
last year we battered Real, and we haven't played Barcelona, and I'm not wishing that on us. But part of me would quite like to see it.
Does anyone remember the Inter of the Champions League final where they got battered
against City?
No. They played PSG
against Paris Saint-Germain last season. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 5-1. Yeah.
They were like a terrible team, and I was hoping we would get to the final because I knew we were going to batter them, but PSG got there. It was
I think I was just hoping we get to a final because, like, it's final, right? Anything can happen. But I don't watch Serie A, so I don't know that much about Inter. I was looking forward to seeing them tonight, but we were talking about Lautaro Martinez on Sunday. Would you have him? What's happened to him? Boita Dio, we're built to sweep the UCL. I can't put my finger on what's different now because it's not making sense for me. Why are we so much better footballistically in Europe than England? I would let me go around the room and get an opinion on that because I've got my own thoughts. May I start with you, Gary? Gary, why are we so much better footballistically in Europe than England?
I think because they don't play defense. I think that's the difference. They don't play defense, not the way that in the Premier League they play defense. If you don't have an attacker, you have some of the best attackers in the world, then you know what? Make sure you're sound in the back, sound in your defensive, responsibilities and all of that. And that's what we see every day. That's why we struggle in the league. I mean, Wolves give us struggles, right? And then we go out and we go to Inter Milan and we beat them 3-1 with our backups. You know, that's the difference, right? Right there. Go to Nottingham Forest, 17th in the league. Go to play Atletico Madrid. They don't know how to handle it. Bayern Munich. I mean, 3 top teams in Europe, right? We've given up 3 goals to them, and scored about 10, something like that, right? So, we defense.
It is. So to paraphrase, I mean, am I right in paraphrasing you to say that when teams come at us, they leave more space, we exploit it, and we're able to play proper football?
Yep, and the English team realize they can't do that. When they do, we can punish them. That's why if we score the first goal, they're in trouble, right? We score the first goal, we come far from getting a loss.
That said, I totally agree with you. But there are teams out there. We score the first goal and they still sit back and go, "We'd rather just lose 1-0, thanks." You know what I mean? Like, I've seen that happen as well, where you're just like, "Surely you're gonna come forward now." Nope. No. 1-0's fine. That's good. We're here. We've got to get a bus back early. No. I totally agree. Zanzi Barbarian. What do you?
Yeah, it's but basically parroting what Gary just said. In Europe, teams will attack us. In the Premier League, they will. I mean, Kairat, I think when we played them, their formation is going to be 9-1.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
I don't care what they do because they've not been playing well. They've conceded 19 goals.
I mean, Bruges beat them 4-1 at home at Bruges at Kairat today.
Yeah, they've drawn 1 game.
Scored a goal, though.
Say again.
I saw the goal they scored. It was a really good goal.
Do you
against
know, I
Bruges.
haven't seen a single minute of them playing. I'm really looking forward. I hope they're amazing. But
No,
Benny, we haven't come to you yet. So, what do you think it's? Do you think it's the same? Do you think it's just the teams coming at us?
it's the same, but there's also an insane amount of money in the Premier League, which means that the teams kind of just engineer their tactics so finely. They are so finely detailed that players' play style are built to kind of stop the top teams from playing. So you look at the Man Cities, look at the Liverpools, like Liverpool, yeah, we were saying Liverpool was at home to Burnley and the score was 1-1. Like Burnley complete,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like so much money in the Premier League that you employ the revenue the guys below the top four are making. They are making a lot more than top teams in other leagues. And I can also guarantee you that some of well, you can see in Europe, the English teams are dominant in Europe. Like Tottenham are fourth because we like it's the strength of the Premier League compared to other European
In
leagues.
saying that we're dominant in Europe, I mean the Euro. I do agree with you. I think it's easy to agree with you. Last season's Europa League final was between Man United and Tottenham. You know, you had West Ham winning the conference, Chelsea winning the conference, but in the Champions League, we haven't been well represented as winners.
Well, it's not. That's not entirely true. Well, yes, it is, but I would say it's not. It's the knockout is sometimes luck. But if you look at the coefficients, really, it would and the amount of English teams that the coefficients are because are given to teams that countries where the teams are strongest, and we have about I think 5 teams
Yeah,
now.
that's well. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. The UEFA
like
coefficient puts us at the top of
and if
the.
you look at all the teams in England, they
Yeah.
all in the chance to get into the knockout or get into the playoffs. So like when you get to the knockout, it's a heads up. Like sometimes a PSG can beat you, sometimes a Man PSG or Bayern Munich can beat you. But most of the time, if you look at like if you talk to pundits, if you talk to most people, they will tell you that.
Benny, right
Yeah.
now you're telling the world that the Premier League is night and day above Europe. You mean apart from Norway, right? Because Norway, that's probably the coefficient, the next country to get. Because we sent out our most expensively put together team of all time and couldn't even get a draw in Bodo. Or is it Glimt? Or is actually? I don't know if these are actually places. I think it means eternal something or eternal hope. I do need to read this out though because right after he prompted a really good discussion, Boy Tendiers put our open play is night and day from Premier League to Europe. It's not enough anymore to say the Premier League are all running deep blocks. Seems different now. Would even argue it's deliberately tactical. I disagree. I think what you guys have said up here is true so far. Ah, look, and I wondered where he might be. Please welcome to the stage, Bad Audio Bobby. Terrible result.
Oh, absolutely ridiculous result. I just said we didn't score 14. And
why didn't we? What's he doing wrong? What can we get at Arteta for? He's playing too defensively, isn't he? Just winning 3-1 like that.
It was disgusting. I think he needs to go.
He's gone. Mate, got in the morning, sacked in the morning. The Inter fans were singing it at him.
I think we need Glasner in immediately. We need the posters ready for Glasner.
Thomas Frank might be the guy, actually.
I do think he's got some of the uniform already ready, to be fair. I was going to say something to you as well, actually. Somebody's copied you.
Oh, have they? What have they done now?
They've there's now an Arsenal Arms podcast.
Oh, good.
So it's a flattery. So we've gone
well,
from...
I'm not sensitive to that because, frankly, when I used to go to Highbury, I'd buy a program, but I always used to buy the Gooner. That was the one thing I always used to look forward to. At least when it came out, I was always up there first to get it. So when I named the channel the Gooner, I thought, someone's going to have to. It'll have to be Gooner 91. But I didn't know what I was doing. So the fact I was able to get the Gooner, then I started listening to the Gooner talks, and I was like, oh, other people thought so. So you know what? Names are names. I'll have to check it out though. The Arsenal Arms. Why
it's
the Arsenal
Dan
Arms?
Potts is.
Oh, is it Dan Potts?
Yeah, he set up one with Lee Judges and everyone. They do it in Arsenal Arms, like
Oh,
late.
no one will watch that. That won't be watched. You know, you take some of the
Yeah.
biggest names in YouTube. They can't compete with the curtains. Have you seen the curtains? What have
Yeah.
they got?
Absolutely.
Nothing.
I don't think they've seen my curtains either.
Oh yeah,
They
your
look pretty good.
nightclub, your
Yeah.
your Benidorm background.
That's it. I've got a Benidorm background. We've got young teenagers. We've got a mixture of everything.
Got a lot. Well, keep it locked in here, guys. Please don't go over to the other one.
Did you just say? No, you didn't.
No, Majin, just so you know, if you click that link, it brings you here amongst us. Raya is great with instinctual saves, but if he has to focus on a save, he more or less fails to make it. Which is why we've conceded 2 goals in the Champions League, and it's not good enough. We've conceded too many goals this season. Yes, he's going to win another Golden Gloves, but that doesn't mean anything. Now, worst inter-team in history, played rubbish, terrible, terrible team.
Wasn't that the last one we played when they beat us 1-0? That's supposed to be the
They were
worst
brilliant.
thing.
They were brilliant. They were brilliant. Paris Saint-Germain won the Champions League, but that season we beat them, and everyone was going, yeah, but this isn't a good Paris Saint-Germain team. I beg to differ, though. So City are under no scrutiny to win trophies, even though they are in court with the league and an ever-expanding charges list, along with spending 500 million a year. They have spent 60% of the money that Arteta spent on building this squad in the last year. And people talk to me about it's a rebuild. So why are you having to do a rebuild? It's an absolute joke. But I also heard, and I've heard different things. Stefan Borson, who's always on TalkSport, former Man City financial director, he's saying that surely this has to be imminent. The results of this case have to be imminent. But earlier in the week, I think it might have been yesterday, it might have been today. Forgive me, it's all a blur for me. I heard that they might not release the verdict on the 115 or 130 or however many charges there are until next year now. We might wait another year. In which case, I'll have my grandchild on my knee saying, they've finally had the 4-point docked now. And who have? Manchester City. Who are they, Grandad? Oh, that's right. No one remembers them anymore. Sean Goater still plays for them. I'm predicting Premier League EFL Cup this season. That's the logical double. Is anyone feeling frisky enough to suggest that they think that we're going to win the Champions League? And actually, let me start with you, Bad Audio Bobby, because you missed out on being asked why. Because Boy Tendia has put some really good questions in. He just wants to know, why is it so different in Europe to the Premier League?
I think the lineage, and so for example, when you get to that stage in the competition, so if we look at ourselves being at semi-final stage, I know we're 7 points ahead right now. We're going to have fixture congestion compared to the Spanish teams, or Bayern Munich, for example, who would have bought the league. So a lot of the teams that we meet in later on stages are in more favourable positions within the league than we are.
Can I throw a spanner in the works with that argument just really quickly? Do you remember when we went out of the Europa League and we were in a title race against City, and I was like, good, because we don't have a squad to fight on 2 fronts. But then as soon as we were only playing 1 game a week, we went out of our rhythm. They were going for the treble and they carried on winning, and the momentum was with them. I understand your point. It makes perfect sense. But is there a truth to the fact that you're better off not only playing 1 game a week in the run-in, you just want to keep going? Because when you're winning, the players don't get tired. But as soon as you're having too much time to think about it and train, is there an argument to say that actually we might be better off just playing and playing?
I think it's better to keep playing and playing, but I think if you've got a bit of a breather, just say, for example, Bayern Munich have already won the league and they're coming up against you, they've got no desire to play a Harry Kane or any of those players for that game. So they're just a bit sharper. They might come on off at 60 minutes, whereas we might be up against it at that point in the season. We don't know at the minute because we're obviously 7 points ahead. But I think that's part of the reason. And I think we've probably, in the stages when we've gone later on in the season, this is the first time we've had a squad. So when we look at kind of last year when we played Munich, and Madrid, we didn't have a squad at all. So
Marino up front last season, wasn't it?
which I think when we look at that, nobody gave us a chance against Madrid. But the point is, this year we've got a squad. I wouldn't say it's comparable to Madrid or Munich in terms of depth. I think we can beat both, but I think just on paper they've obviously got more built up squads. But I think we can compete this year. Whereas last year, I don't think our squad had, or any of the previous years, we didn't have an elite European squad. We didn't have an elite Premier League winning team. Not team, sorry, squad. I think that's the two things. Whereas now we've probably crossed that circle that we can compete, even though we got to a great stage last year. And you made a great point earlier as well. You said the two semi-finals we lost, one was to Newcastle, who went on to beat Liverpool in the final, and the other was PSG, who also went on to beat Liverpool in the final. And Liverpool were the most dominant team in England at that point. So I think sometimes we're going to look back at the games we lost last year as well.
So I think the worst one for me was home to Newcastle. But does anyone have anything they want to add to that to this point? Do I have to pick on one of you? Zanzi?
No.
Thank you. Gary?
No.
Okay. Benny?
No, not really.
We're making great content here, guys. YouTube's alive. Right, well, let me go through some of the comments then while you all think of something funny or clever to say. Personally feel Bayern win the Champions League. Yeah. I just listen. I don't predict cup games. It's no point in trying to do it. Like, we get to the final, and I still don't feel comfortable predicting it. It's a cup competition. It's like when these people say, "I think we'll win the FA Cup this year." You've got no idea who we're going to play. Like, you don't know. You know, you might get Liverpool away first in the third round, then City away in the fourth. You just might. You don't know. There are some seasons it's easier than others. Let's bet a point. I'm so old now. Arsenal never won €5 since 8 was a kid, and my team never won. Arsenal's not a team you support because you want European glory. But God, what if he does it this season? What if? I mean, look, okay. I'm not saying I think Arsenal will win the Champions League because I just said you can't predict the cup. And I didn't really think we'd win tonight. So it'd be a bit silly if I suddenly started going, oh, we're going to beat everybody. However, we've got at least as much chance as anyone else. And we are going to be in the last 16. And that means that we're only a few games away from the final. And first season in the Champions League, Arteta got quarterfinals. Second season, he got semi-finals. If he makes a final, I'm chuffed with him. I don't care. But there's no reason to think we can't do it this year, which would be ridiculous and absurd. Now, Cole says the reason we haven't won anything is because we didn't win anything. I'm going to disagree with that, actually, because I think that's my job. Hold on, them MFers was in the final last year and we just rocked up with 7 changes and made light work of it. It was light work. You can't pretend that that was light work. It's exactly what it was.
If we win the Champions League this year, I'm going to change my name by default to Michael Timber White Saliba blah 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 Gabby all the way down to Arteta. That's it. So it's going to be about 20 names long.
I want to know what your bill will be for getting your surname printed on the back of your shirt.
I'll just put MA on the back of it.
See, he's gonna get a biro. What are you on about? Coach Jordash, Arsenal don't win shit. That's the harsh truth. Are you saying this year you don't think we're going to win anything? I mean, I think if you just watched Man City play Bodo Glimt and get turned over 3-1, it could have been 4-1, and never looked like. I mean, so
I don't think that's such a big deal, though, is it? Really, because they get to see the Northern Lights tonight. They do, and I bet they got to see some explosive lights in the dressing room after full time as well. I don't know how many more all looking forward to see the lights afterwards.
I think it's lights out at Man City.
I think Man City are quite lucky that they have Wolves on the weekend and not Liverpool. because then they would. I think they're in a run, but I think they have the right team to kind of get them out of that like dip that they're in. Yeah.
I love that point. I feel like what I'm doing is I'm just disagreeing today. But here's my thing: like, you
Does
wanna.
Bodo beat Wolves? No.
Yeah,
What do you
but
mean? They're going to be European champions. What are you on about? If they
I
could
mean,
beat City, they won't qualify obviously this year, but in years to come, maybe if look, Man City against Wolves. I'm. This is where I'm at with it, because you're absolutely no, not one of us is putting our hard-earned money on Wolves to win that game or even get a draw. But then I didn't think that Man City would struggle away at Old Trafford. I didn't think that Man City would draw at home to Brighton, at home to Chelsea.
I actually did. Remember us debating? I was the only one that gave Man U a chance.
You did, to be fair.
Yeah, fair. All right, fair.
No one would have thought they'd have lost to Bodo, though, really.
No,
I never thought that. I remember going to the Emirates a couple of years ago when we played Bodo under the Emery era, and it was the fans were so nice.
I think that was the game I went to with my brother. I think Emil Smith Rowe played, and
He did, yeah.
it was Bodo. I have seen Bodo. I swear to God, I'd never heard of them, and I realised I've been to see them.
And they had the population of the town. The chap was telling me they were the nicest guys. It was so loud. And he goes, "It's 6,000 people." He goes, "It's like a ghost town." I was like, "Oh my God!" And you're out. And he goes, "This is why we're just happy to be here."
Yeah, and then that's the good thing about football, isn't it? When they were talking about it's 15 miles north of the Arctic Circle or something, and it's like, you've got. I love those stadiums where the building looks like it's just some flats. It's just like, brilliant. We've got Win the Dog. So why is my chat not updating? Do you know what, Majin? Go to YouTube. Stop looking on your phone. Put your phone down. Put it on telly. We're TV stars now. We're not just stars at a small screen. We got Win the Dog. Don't say that, Zanzi. I just tried some. I'm dialing 999s for you. I was so pissed off when I found out that Guns and Yellow Ribbons was took. Is that right? Yeah. Tell them to hurry up, Zanzi. Dan, Mummy, can I have a jam sandwich, please, Potts? Some things just make me laugh, and I don't know why, but that is brilliant. That is what I think of a lot of these YouTubers, where they think like their mum's just going to come in with a tea and a plate of biscuits. Piss off, Mum, I'm doing my really important YouTube. I'm slagging off Arteta. Never achieved anything. Hello. Right, where are we? So here we go. Majin, I think the difference between the champs and the Prem is that teams in the Prem will do a lot more due diligence and scouting when it comes to playing us than UCL teams due to domestic. Well, it could be that. I find that hard to believe, honestly. We have a solid, experienced squad with depth, all coming through injuries. I have followed Arsenal for 50 years, and this is the strongest squad I can recall. Guna70_NS. I don't know if I could say it's the strongest. I think for me, once they've won the league, they'll be the strongest. Till then, not sure. Make sure you're subscribed. We fell away last 3 seasons, but we didn't have the depth where levels didn't dip. Right, okay, so first of all, we fell away in the first season we were going for the title because we had young players, no one knew what they were doing, and it was all got too much for them. Second season, we didn't fall away. We lost it on the final day, but there were a couple of results that really went against us. And I said it so many times before, if we had just not conceded the equaliser to Fulham in the second home game of the season, we would have won the league. So that's not falling away, really. That is a split hair between the two teams. This season, I just don't see how you fall away enough. I mean, even if we've like all the meltdowns about no, Forest is not good enough. Our teams like don't draw away. It's like it does happen, man. Like it does happen that quality teams get draws. I think it's worth pointing that out to people who haven't lived through titles races, because in 2002 we drew games all over the place and lost at home to Charlton. It does happen. You can't be perfect. But I don't see anyone else catching us. Brady was on your Brady's from your stream, isn't he? Good to see you here. Big up, gents. Great win. Played with no pressure, so please, for our goal scorers, great to have you here. Please subscribe. Good evening, gents. Hope you're all doing wonderful. 6 changes and a 3-1 win away at San Siro is nothing to scoff at. What a goal by Gyökeres. Feeling groovy. Makuzi, 10:57. Brilliant to have you here. That was a good goal from Gyok, wasn't it?
I loved Saka's back heel to him as well.
Like, let me say this as well, because I want to kind of let you guys. There's only a few more comments for me to read out, but let me say this: this was not us at our scintillating best. Like, we played well, we had energy, but I think we had another gear to go to if they'd really come into it. I mean, when they equalised, I was like, yeah, it was good while it lasted. Maybe it'll be a 2-2. Maybe that'll be it now. Maybe both teams will go, do you know what, let's not hurt each other. But then the
best thing about Jokeris's goal was Martinelli's pass. Outside of the right foot. Perfect. Brilliant.
He's got, yeah. Oh, this. I'm just going to quickly load it up now so I can see it again. But yeah, I would stand by the fact that we weren't anywhere near our boss. Gary, is it your bedtime?
I'm gonna have to go. Yes. Thanks for having me, Dan. I definitely enjoyed
Gary,
being
leave
on
the
with
curtains,
you guys.
though, yeah.
I'll leave the curtains. I'll leave the curtains if you want me to. I'll leave the curtains. I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you move out the way, mate?
I love it. No, great to see you, Gary, and hopefully see you Sunday, if not before, if there isn't a stream before, I'd catch you up. Be lucky.
He's muted himself. I don't know why.
Himself. Yeah, so he doesn't get dragged. Oh look, I've never seen him without the headphones on.
I know.
You know why Gary's drifted off so quickly? It's because he's just heard you need to do a predictive 11 for Man United game.
Yeah.
Do you know
Fuck,
what?
I'm out of it.
We're not doing that tonight. I can guarantee that no one's got a Scooby who's playing anymore. So where are we at? Let's have a look. Only ones that can beat Arsenal themselves. Manager better let them play on Saturday. No Miyagi do football tonight was Cobra Kai football. Ooh, love it. And it's hi-ho Wolverhampton. Everywhere you go. The ones you are showing on screen are not on this chat. No. You're all coming from different places. It's okay. Look, the ones on the screen are on the screen, and all of the ones I can see are on the screen, and that'll do. There's a stadium somewhere carved into a mountain. Looks epic. Forget its name. It does update. I think you're good, Majin. Seen stronger squads. 2001, 2002 was a squad of warriors. Well, obviously, I immediately, my mind goes to the Invincibles, and I'm not saying... We'll just have to see. You judge a squad by its silverware, don't you?
Wasn't Stefanos in that squad? Wasn't Igor Stefanos in that squad? 2001, 2002. I think he was in that squad.
Yeah, he might have been.
I don't know if any.
No, Pascal Sigan was in 2004.
No, yeah. I don't think a squad with Egan Stefanos is the strongest squad. With respect to Egan Stefanos.
Well, you know what? 97, 98, there's a lot of players people forget altogether, right? Like, I know when we signed Remy Gard, I think he was technically Arsene Wenger's first ever signing because Remy Gard spoke English and he knew he was signing Patrick Vieira, so he wanted to have someone there to look after him. That wasn't a great player. Gilles Grimondi, I have my own moments with, but like he's not a great player either. So I don't know. Like it is kind of. I don't mind the conversations about who's a strong. It's a pub. Like you're gonna have these conversations, but right now it doesn't make any difference to me who has a stronger squad. But Guna70_NS says stronger squad with respect to almost having two players in each position where the level does not drop in. I think. It's a fair argument.
That's a very good point, to be honest. That's a very good point. It's not about the ceiling, it's about the floor. If the floor's risen to a higher level,
yeah, I mean,
that's when the squad comes into a position, doesn't it?
Yeah, I 100% agree with that point, and it's one of the things that I said this after the transfer window in summer. I was like, the difference, what Andrea Berta seems to have done is gone, what do we actually need? I'm going to go and get it. Rather than going and buying players that are all kind of razzmatazz. We may be a little bit lighter than all of us would like up front and on the left side, but I don't see any other positions I'm truly worried about. Like the thing about Mark Gahey, people saying Mark Gahey's coming. I was like, I don't really... He's not going to hurt your squad. He's going to improve it, but... I'm surprised no one has pointed out that the draw against Nottingham Forest last weekend might be related to Arsenal playing 2 games in the preceding 8 days while Nottingham Forest had none. Thank you. More Leaky Texas. It makes a really good point. Man City all of these teams, you watch. This weekend will be another tough weekend for everyone because it's so hard to play these games. You know, I'm not trying to make excuses ahead of time for Man City when they take on the mighty Yam Yams, but coming back from Norway with a defeat, bad mood, players pissed off with each other. You know, they play on. Do they play on Saturday? No, there's Sunday, isn't it? They play. I'm gonna have to check though. Do they play on Saturday or Sunday? So their game is on the 24th, so that's Sunday, isn't it?
Yes, Saturday. No,
Oh, beg pardon, it's Saturday. So that's not fair either, is it? So they've got to play on Saturday. They've not had enough rest. They've got a thin squad. They've got no money to rebuild and a manager that doesn't. Oh, hang on. No, actually, that's a load of bollocks. Busquera is back and Mosquera is back. As far as I'm concerned, it's already over. Good point. I heard that mentioned by Harry Simiu. I think it's fair. People say there's no excuses. There are reasons, though. You are allowed to say it's tougher when your best players are injured. It's tougher when you've travelled a lot. And Pep Guardiola is not short of making excuses anyway, so we will see it. We will see it. Boitandio, Estadio Municipal de Braga, Portugal, carved into a granite hillside. That sounds lovely. Zanzi, Googling again. We didn't see Stepanovs play in the league that season. He was done after the 6-1 United loss. Fucking Stepanov, stop it.
I do think in the next few weeks though there is a chance for us to extend our lead, but it depends on if we take it. We do have some hard games coming up. But for Man City, I know they have Liverpool, they have Spurs.
Yeah, I know, right? What is it with Spurs and Man City? So their next games, obviously, Wolves home, Spurs away, Liverpool away, Fulham home. Liverpool away is their hardest game in any season. I think they've taken 5 points from the last 5 trips there. So you'd expect them to. The best you'd hope for is a draw. Spurs away is only marginally better for them. So if they draw those 2 games,
like here my reasoning is gonna come again. I know you're not, probably nobody's gonna say it, but it's kind of like the Man U result. I think Thomas Frank is under enormous pressure, and
he's going to need another coffee.
Exactly. That result, if he doesn't get a result against City, I think he that's the end of his job, because I think they've been doing it game by game, but like if they lose to City at home, there is no way back for Thomas Frank. So he needs to win that game. So there's going to
what
be...
you're saying though seems to imply you think there is a way back for Thomas Frank from here.
Well, yes, if he beats City at Spurs.
You think Spurs fans expect to beat City at Spurs?
Do they? Well, away, yes, but not at Spurs.
No, home and away.
Their home form hasn't been really good this season.
No, Spurs' home form is never any good. It's been like 3 wins in a year. But I'm saying against City, all bets are off. They expect to beat City.
Well, yeah.
They expect to beat West Ham. Let's be fair.
Yeah,
but
that was the beginning of the end, right? Like now he's
gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. Any other team with really good supporters might be able to go, do you know what? Let's give the guy a year. What have we lost anyway? You know, we're not going to win anything. He's got them performing in Europe.
Yeah. Well, no. That's an illusion. Because if you look at who Tottenham are playing in Europe, they've had a really kind draw. They've had FC Copenhagen, they've had Braga, they've had I think they've had Bodo Glimt as well, like Monaco. These are
mighty Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, these are.
You're in Germany. Dortmund are not great at the moment.
No, but they got a guy sent off after like 10 minutes. Like that was the
10 minutes. Oh, I didn't realize it was that early. I must admit, I didn't know it was that early.
They had a player sent off, and that was the end of the game. It was like there was nothing. Yeah. Like they've been.
I didn't. It was a 26 minute.
Yeah.
Svensson,
Like early on, just
fair.
Can I point out that 2 seasons ago, when Spurs were at home to Man City in the last game of the season, no one was expecting them to win, not even their fans.
fans. I can't
Zanzi,
call them
thanks for
fans.
bringing up that nightmare again.
Yeah, what a
Yeah.
brilliant moment. Oh, Son's
yeah.
through on goal.
Yeah,
That'll be
exactly.
fine.
Exactly. Yeah,
Be
thanks for
fine.
that.
He's really good. Shithead. I was in Braga when we lost. I know we've won nothing yet, but it's all encouraging signs. Listen, no one's won anything yet. Can I just be Captain Obvious for a moment? When people saying, "Oh, we haven't won anything yet," who has? No one's won anything yet. That's why I thought it was odd that they sacked Xabi Alonso, because you know what, like, there's still a lot to play for in La Liga.
Yeah, but Real Madrid are weird. They're
I
weird.
don't like Real. I'm never gonna like Real
I
Madrid.
feel, I hope there are no real Madrid fans in the chat, but I feel
I hope there are. I hope there are
There's-
loads. I want
there's
loads
such
of Madrid.
just such a delusional club. I feel there's such a delusion. Like I know they have European heritage, and they think they're entitled to win everything, but the standards keep changing, and if you don't change your squad based on that, you're going to get left behind, and they are getting left behind because I don't like fair enough, they won 5-1 to today against Monaco, but like, does anybody honestly see them get into the semi-finals this year, like with that team? Because they haven't changed anything from last year for me.
I mean, I haven't seen them play enough to have an opinion that's worth anything, but they are, they've won. I don't know. Is the honest answer? I mean, they were big tonight against Monaco, but I don't know how good Monaco are, and I'm guessing not very, because
Monaco Monaco Tottenham's level. Truth.
I don't think you need to be rude about Monaco. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you take that back in case we've got any Monacans here.
Okay, yeah,
because they're minted as well, so they'll have lawyers. Don't be calling other fans Tottenham. There's only one Tottenham. Thank God. Bobby Terrible Audio has entered the studio. What are you doing going and coming back? This is a new thing. At least if you're going to go and come back, I want the proper background from you. Oh, we've lost Gary. Gary's cut out. Was that a technical thing? Did you get booted, or was that your side, Bobby?
I got booted, but the audio was really playing up. It was like scrambling like a Dalek for a minute, but now it seems to be okay.
You've gone robot voice again. You've gone robot.
You're bad audio again.
Yeah.
I'll be the most. It's a terrible.
Just say exterminate. Just say exterminate.
Experiment.
Malt Licky Texas says, Benny, that was the reason I personally thought it was not a bad result, especially when Man City and Villa lost. I didn't think the Nottingham Forest... I predicted it, by the way. I did say we would draw with Nottingham Forest. And I don't think that's a bad result, because even with that built into my forecast, we still finish on 89 points. Actually, at the moment, we're tracking to finish on 93 points.
I think it was with the way we played. I don't think I had a problem with the result myself. I think it's the way
we played within ourselves, didn't we?
I think it was the way we played. But then there was a massive overreaction from people.
But you expect it, don't you? You expect a massive overreaction. It's Arsenal fans. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll hear the same thing. We haven't won anything yet. We never win anything. We always bottle it. 7 points leads not enough. Man City could still come back. Aston Villa could still come back. And then you go, it's like all these other teams are desperately trying to just... I get when people say this league isn't strong, but here's a really good point from Boy Tendio. He's saying, I reiterate, everywhere I go, this is the hardest iteration of the Premier League I've ever seen. I totally understand what you're saying, but it's the kind of comment that makes people disagree with you before they've had a chance to think about it. I think what you're saying, and I know what you've said before, and this is how I interpret it, please correct me if I'm wrong. You don't look at any of the games we've got coming up and think, definitely going to win that. Man United at home, obviously they've just had a great result against City. Leeds away, these are capable sides. Sunderland at home, Brentford away. There's tricky fixtures coming up, but I'm totally confident right now. I'm totally confident. Red Star Belgrade, now that was an experience. I bet it was. Yugoslavia's brilliant. Oh, former Yugoslavia. Boy Tendio would be nice, but with a capacity of just 30,286, I can't see it. And considering most of our games in January were away, and we've qualified for the next stage of the Champions League, confirming top 2 places, 7 points. We've confirmed top place, right? As good as Bayern are, they have to win 4-0, or they have to accumulate 8-0 better goal difference to be 1 point.
And then we have to get beaten by Karabag as well. Karabag. We need to lose Karabag. at the
Not
Emirates.
carry it back, Kairat. Sorry, like
No.
you've had me going there. Kairate. Hai
Which-
karate.
At the
Wait, so-
Emirates, which I do not see happening at all.
You'd get good odds on it. I mean, if you did wake up and have a dream, a great panel, love it. Miss Melina, you should get on here. Like, we miss you, don't we, Zanzi?
We do.
I want the scene, the stone in the background and the trophy being lifted in the night, lit up with the floodlights. Oh, mate, don't get me going about. Do you know what? I don't give a shit who lifts the trophy or where they lift the trophy, home, away. I'd love to add another one to the song, right? But all I care about is this parade. I am so fired up for the parade.
Would you want to see Gunnosaurus lift the trophy?
Oh, yes, I would.
You know what would be really nice? Oh, also Gunnosaurus. You know what would be really nice if we could wrap it up before the Man City game. I know it won't happen,
No,
but
that's
would
not going to
be
happen.
like,
Well, I
they
say
can-
not going to happen. Actually, I have to review my entire position on this just
do
because
a
Man City
guard
is so
on
shit at the moment.
at the Etihad. That would be like
The 18th of April. Nah, can't see it. There'd be another. There's another 5 games after that one. You know, Newcastle at home, I think is the Fulham at home. Do you know what? The Emirates. I'd love to see us win it at home because it's great that you won the league at Stamford Bridge. You won the league on White Hart Lane and Old Trafford. But really, you want to win it in front of your home fans. Those fans deserve it, man. I love our support at the moment. It's a movie. Yes. I think we have a higher chance of winning the UCL than the Prem. Do you? Really? Who do you think? Well, so if we have, well, who might win the Prem if it's not us? Do you still think that it's a City? Look at this at last. Guna 70NS, you're in Gary's chat. DWG, the comments on the screen are coming from the Guna channel chat. I think you are as well, Rosie. Bobby, you sound like a Dalek. He's gone. You've scared him off, Rosie. Rosie's here, thank goodness. Well, she's there and here. I don't really know what's going on anymore. But thanks for confirming. Good morning, evening, or great evening. What am I doing now? He's back in the chat. Apologies, guys. Nobody needs to hear from a positive Dalek. Can we get Miss Melina on, please? I'd love that. We always have great streams with Miss Melina. Where's Rosie? She's on Gary's channel. Strange things afoot, but all good that we're all here in the pub. So I am interested. There's a few people who've kind of been in the chat tonight talking about how we might not win the Premier League. Make it make sense to me. Who is it that they think is going to win the Premier League? Because, Benny, you were just talking about this, the teams they've got coming up. Before...
PTSD.
That's all it is, isn't it? That's the only thing it can be. It can't be anything else because Man City genuinely, I think, beat Wolves at home. But then I don't know if the City I've been watching, apart from the City that played Exeter, which I didn't watch, and I'll give them credit for their win against Newcastle, but it's not like Newcastle are in great form. But Spurs away, Liverpool away, Newcastle home. There's plenty of banana skins, and Chelsea away, and then they play us. So I say if they lose 2 more games, if Man City lose 2 more games, they've lost 7 games this season. Only one team in Premier League history has won the Premier League losing 7 games. It's a big ask, and it doesn't. Aston Villa aren't going to do it. Can we all just agree on that?
Yeah, I agree as well.
I mean, Aston Villa. Why do you
what?
think he had that meltdown? Do you think it's because they keep trying to sell players out from under him and they're not buying anyone in because of PSR?
You mean Emery?
Yeah, Unai.
I just think he's a shithead, a knob. Sorry, I destroyed your stream.
No, you didn't. We're allowed to swear now. It's only the first half hour that you're not allowed to swear, which is why I don't invite anyone on.
It just, for me, he's an all right manager. Like when he gets to like really high expectations, he starts to kind of, he had it at PSG, he had it at Arsenal. And now,
He was
like
a
the
failure
moment
at
he,
PSG. Let's be real. He was a
yeah,
failure
yeah,
at PSG.
when he like has these high expectations set out for him, he starts to buckle up under the
I've
pressure.
never seen him like he was after that result. I mean, that was the weirdest interview I've ever seen. But I felt like you were almost on a bit of a hear me out there with Unai Emery, because the narrative is he's a much better manager than Mikel Arteta. And when you ask people why, he says he's
Oh
won
yeah,
more.
no,
You go,
these are just true Arsenal fans that like one.
yeah, because you feel like saying to people, he's older, right? He's been around longer.
Exactly.
It's not like he's managed some big teams. I don't have a problem with Unai Emery, but I do have a problem with everyone telling me he's better than Arteta. I wouldn't swap. Please make sure you've pressed the like button and subbed.
Can I ask you a question? I was gonna I had on my mind after the match. Who would you start against Man United?
Fuck no.
Striker.
Don't know.
Zanzi?
Well, I honestly don't mind. I mean, we could put any three of them on, couldn't we, up front?
No, we couldn't.
Possibly not. No, possibly not Kai, but I don't know.
From tonight's performance, okay, let me narrow it down. From tonight's performance, who would you start against Man United?
How do you pick? It's so important.
I would probably go with Jesus.
I don't know if he's right.
Yeah, I'm different. I would go with Gyökeres. I love Jesus, but like I know what he can do, and I just feel I have so much. Like I've seen him so much that I know what he can do and what he can do. And tonight he was, for me, I don't like. Maybe I'm doing him a disservice, but I don't think he was that great. He did score 2 goals.
I know, but like, Benny, I've got to jump in there because you're so right. But like when strikers get goals, that's it. It doesn't matter if they're shit the whole game. His first goal was a proper striker's goal.
Yeah. From the one where he kind of poached it, it came off his leg. The problem is that, like before Gyökeres came on, I thought the Inter Milan defenders were so comfortable with Jesus. Like they kept bumping him around. Well, it is Italy to be honest, and we need like physicality because Man United are going to come for us. Correct, they will come for us, and if we are not correct, we will be punished. So I need at least my whatever you call it, my battering ram, to batter their defenders. And if he scored a goal, I'm hoping that goal was a really good, I think it's the best goal he scored for us, and I think it hopefully should give him the confidence he needs to kind of. That's what my hope is, that. Because the goal was, you can see how he celebrated. He was.
I don't know if it's his best goal. I quite like the goal against Leeds.
The one where he runs in
from the left.
Yeah, but this one was like he just body and like.
No,
this was like a proper, like it was like okay, yeah. Even like rival fans were like, okay, that's a good goal. They couldn't. Nobody could hit on nobody because he didn't have to run a bit. He just kind of bodied the defender and then just opened his body up and.
So what about this then? Because I agree with everything you've said. I think you've made a really good point, and I am so on the fence whether I start Jesus. The argument, I suppose, is exactly what you said. Like you want him to be bullying defenders when they're tired.
Jesus doesn't bully anybody.
No, Jesus doesn't, but Jesus holds the ball better.
He does, but like from what I saw when Man City played Man United, we need somebody. We are there. Man. I think most people will tell you, or most Man United fans will tell you that when they come to the Emirates, it's going to be a physical match. It's not going to be like, they are going to try and anti-football us, where they will keep the ball or have a low block and then try and counterattack. Carrick is going to try and replicate what he did against Man City in the Emirates. It's not. I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to be anything like spectacular or they're not going to. He's going to do the same thing, and hope it will work.
I love them against City. I don't know how much the Carrick is going to. I agree. Actually, I agree with what you're saying. It's usually physical, but we usually beat them.
Yeah.
There's
that's
usually
why.
goals, and we usually beat them. And I think we're better than we usually are. We're 28% better as a team than we usually are. So I think we'll probably beat them 4-1.
Hopefully.
Prediction. Also, I liked what you're doing there with the who do you play out of Jesus Gyökeres, because you're trying to get us to do a select 11 by stealth. And just out of interest, who would you play as right back?
Are you going to pick Eze or not?
Oh no, I'm not. Odegaard's back. Eze. Listen, I don't need Eze to be outstanding this season. We didn't buy him for everyone's so short-sighted. So let me go through some of these comments because some brilliant ones in here. Some not. Rosie, Queen of Scotland, woohoo. He had a meltdown because he's a chap. I be honest, I don't mind Unai Emery. You can't really not like someone you don't know. I don't know the guy, so fair enough. But I love this comment. Bad audio, Bobby. Somebody taped over his Bond tapes with American car videos. This is a reference to the fact that Unai Emery is basically Alan Partridge. Can't stand him. Not one bit. Horrible man. He divides opinions in people who hate him and really hate him. Gyökeres is way too much load on him in a short period of time. Interesting. I like that he scored coming off the bench, though, because it tells you a bit about his character. And he looked busy and he looked lively, and I liked it. Martinelli, I was in Jose sent a little gif of a roadrunner, and I just thought I love him, but he is beep beep. Clock Enders, he's done well for Villa, though. Give him that. Yeah, he has. He definitely has. But it's Villa, isn't it? I get the reference. Yes, I am right though. It's an Alan Partridge reference, isn't it? And I totally agree. I have thought this for a while now that Unai Emery looks like Alan Partridge. Sandip Deal, 5761. These names are just crap, aren't they? But that's not meant towards you, Sandy. I'm delighted you're here. Slabherd versus Viking Vic would be a good battle. Yeah, but I think the thing about Gyökeres, like you were saying, he looks like a big tough guy, but he bounces off people all the time. I haven't seen a physically strong Victor Gyökeres yet. Maybe it's because he hasn't got full fitness.
To be fair, he has started to kind of look trimmer. Today, some defenders bounced off.
Today,
literally one of them was on the floor, holding his face when.
Yeah, that's Italy, though, isn't it?
Just went through. So
but that's Italy.
He's getting trimmer. He's not as big as he was at the start of the season. So I think he's getting there. Well,
no, I'm not going to disagree with that at all. But I do think that I like this. Like today, Mortley Texas says, like today, start Jesus and bring on Gyökeres against Man United on Sunday. Remember, we've got a bench. Who we start doesn't have to be who we finish. I don't think this is Pep's last season. He's got nothing to prove now. He's won everything. I think it is. I think he wants gone. I think he wants to go. He's given up everything for Man City. And there's a point where you look at it and go, it's like if you're playing Football Manager and this is the season you're in, you are considering a bit of a crash restart, aren't you? Maybe did I saved it at the start of the season? Maybe I'll just go back to the start of the season, and then you go back to the start of the season, and it pans out the same way, and you think, "Oh fuck it, I'm going to Crystal Palace." I don't know where Pep goes next, but it'd probably be South America. He doesn't have a big budget, but it works for him. That's not true, man. Don't be saying that. This really drives me mad when people go, "Unai Emery hasn't had a big budget." Look how much they've spent. Unai Emery has spent money. He spent money at Arsenal as well, by the way. He spent 170 million at Arsenal. People never say that. Hey, Lucky Singh is here, and we were just talking about your team coming to the Emirates, and I predicted a 4-1 win. Great game, wasn't it? The City game was brilliant, but the Inter game was better. Benny wants a sleepover if he's going to if he's going into predicted 11. Well, we've got a basement. Why are we supposed to care about Emery? Did he win a trophy at Arsenal? No, I don't care about Emery. I just think that it's all the people who don't like Arteta, isn't it? We should have stuck with Emery. Not one of them wanted Emery when we sacked him. Boy Tendio, you're far too sensible, rational, and intelligent to understand the machinations of the moody Gluminati. Fulham offer Oscar Bob for 30 million from Man City. I'm surprised. I like Oscar Bob. He's just been really unlucky with injuries.
I do like Oscar Bob as well.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good.
Just can't stay fit.
He's been really unlucky, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's it. I would have thought they'd let him go on loan though, but I can't make sense of Man City's transfer policies anymore.
I don't know. Well, they've already bought in Semenyo. They have Savinho. They have too many. They need to let some.
Yeah, I keep forgetting Savinho, Marmoush, Semenyo, Doku, wingers. They've got wingers. Then they go out. But what they look at that back line today. I know that obviously they'll bring in Mark Gahey, probably for the Wolves game. I would imagine he's fit.
Yeah, they need him like now. They need him like now.
I mean, I will say that today's defending was shocking by Man City, but I don't think it would have made any difference if they'd had Gahey against Man United. No. I mean, if you're going to give up 6 shots on target, you're going to concede a couple of goals, aren't you?
You know who is not playing very well, but you probably know already. It's Rodri. Rodri,
yeah.
Like I was looking at the match, he just like losing his marker, running behind me. Maybe
today. Yeah, I think the real sign of that was for me watching him at the end of the Man United game, and he just looked shattered.
Yeah.
Today, the double sending off was the kind of, you know, when people talk about fatigue, I'm not always talking about physical muscle fatigue. I'm talking about mental fatigue. When you go through it over and over and over again, and you just have to take your eye off the ball for a second in football. And you know, it was a silly second yellow that gets him sent off. Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Euro got a job to do.
Isn't Euro like benched for? Euro got
you're
like
counting on Euro. I don't think
Euro got bodied by. I feel he got bodied by somebody, and then they just like decided to like keep him on the bench for a while.
It's a funny, but I'm surprised at Ugarte.
It was Rogers. It was Rogers. Rogers like.
He's another one. Like how's his form at the moment? Because he doesn't look the same player right now either.
You mean Rogers?
Yeah, Morgan Rogers. Yeah.
You know what? One thing somebody was telling me. I was watching a stream, the Big Six, Turkish, and like the guys from the other, and the Big Steve from the Man City fan made a really good point where he was saying that, you know, all these like really good players. He was like, I think he was taking a shot at Eze, but I think it was somebody else. But he said, you see, all these like really good players and other teams, like the middle teams, it's another kind of level they have to raise when they get to a top team, because they are not in their team. They are the main guy. Everybody passes the ball. They can give it away. They have so many touches. But what happens when this kind of player goes to a team where they are not the main guy and they are not going to get as many touches? This is the difference.
You could be talking about Gyökeres there, couldn't you?
A good player and a world-class player, because a world-class player will find his way, even though he doesn't have that many touches, because he's going to utilize the ball and use his advantages. But a good player will come into the team and struggle. So he was kind of like trying to give I think he was either shitting on Foden or shitting on Eze, but he was making that analogy, and I thought it was really interesting to understand when a player goes from maybe a Villa or a Crystal Palace and comes to an Arsenal or a Man City, how they kind of their mentality needs to change to become a success in that side.
Yeah. And you think it doesn't really start in the games, it starts in the training, when you suddenly look around training and they're pinging balls at each other and they're really tough on each other. You know, Gabriel trains like he plays. You know that like he's injured enough. He's injured more of our players than anyone. So I want to say a massive hello to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Ryan's here. Thank you so much for being here. Quality panel, quality chat. This is what we wanted. Thank you all for being here. Rosie says, how are you doing? Lisandro Martinez Rosie's probably. We're gonna have to do a show where it's not football. You know, we're gonna have to do because there are a lot of games coming up and there's a lot going on. I can't wait till we've won some silverware and we can just do some pop quizzes. Gyökeres as a look free for Arsenal. We've got defence strong. Harry Maguire, what fullback? If Manchester United manage another big game. Do you want Do you want Carrick fully permanent? He's got a great record, hasn't he? He's beaten us already. He's only managed 4 games for them, and he's beaten us. Who's the other one he's beaten? City, did beat City as well. Goodbye for Fulham. They love injury-prone players. Yeah. Great to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. The signature, Fulham have a contract with Fulham General Hospital to look after the players 30th season. We'll show commitment. Excellent team. I know we haven't solved the problem of who starts against Manchester United. I don't expect us to. But could we spend a moment thinking about like the team that just went away to Inter Milan? You know, we've got a decent break. It's, you know, we don't play for another 4 days. We've got, everyone's happy when you're winning. You're not as tired. That'll be a really good flight home. I imagine they probably stay over tonight and come back tomorrow. All of that. Are we ready for Man United? I know Man United played really well against Man City.
I think today was a really good game. It didn't look like they tasked themselves a lot. Like you didn't see anybody like running like 100 miles an hour. I think it was just like a really good like training session for the Man United game. It wasn't like really physically exerting. So I'm happy, and I'm happy that some of the regular players, Declan Rice and Gabriel, came on afterwards and got.
Did you? That's a good point. Because Declan Rice got 30 minutes. Did you feel that was a bit long? Did we need him on for that though? I mean, did we actually? Because he came on for Eze, didn't he?
He did,
which obviously he didn't. I mean, like I don't know. Well, maybe he did, but I felt like it. I keep hearing. I suppose I'm being influenced by some of the Gluminati who go, he's ruined Saka. Saka's never going to be the same player as he was. He's killing. You know, there people have been saying all day. You know, lucky escape for Ethan Nwaneri. Get away as quick as you can. And just think, kind of a shit.
You're saying that? Wow.
Oh mate, I could.
I'll
send you links. They're saying it. Lots of them. I saw a panel, and it was funny. I was watching this panel earlier. And it had Lee Gunner, Shane Gooner, Jez, Matty Southern Gooner, who I actually quite like. But you just looked at it and they were all complaining and miserable. And I just thought, what is in this for you? What are you doing here? You know, Kenny Ken, just people who I just imagined for a moment. I just thought to myself, imagine going on a stag do with these guys. Fucking hell, do you know what I mean? Like, hard work.
I did like Kenny Ken sometimes, but like because sometimes he does talk sense, but like I just can't take the negativity of
it's the agenda driven format. Like if you've made a reputation for hating something, you know, like if all your friends like someone and you hate them, you'll go on about them all the time. We've all lived that. You know, someone goes, oh, how could you like him? I don't like anything about him. He goes, he's a nice guy. Oh, and then he comes in with donuts for everyone. I go, fucking typical, isn't he? He's brought donuts for everyone. And then he, you know, saves someone's life. And it's like, yeah, well, I would have done. You know, it's just nothing is ever going to make these people happy if it means by being happy they have to be wrong. They would rather be unhappy and right than happy and wrong, than you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Arsenal fully favourite against us. We'll be fully committed. Sorry, go on, Betty.
You were debating the Nwaneri move. You don't agree with it. I kind of get it. I agree with it fully. I'm like,
I definitely don't agree with it fully, but I know it's a niche viewpoint. I think most people can see that he's going to a great manager. He's going to get lots of actual minutes under his belt. Let me put it to you this way. I'm not risk averse, but I do think that building teams, I've built, obviously not football teams, I'm not a football manager, but I've built teams and I know that you can get 10 of the best salespeople together, right? And build a team out of them, it doesn't work. But you take them out for a drink or you win something together or you have an experience together that's bonding, right? When you win the league together, you're bound to those players by some of the greatest moments in your life. And he'll be in Marseille. And they'll phone him and Miles will be on the phone going, no, it was brilliant. But he will miss that one. And I'm not here saying we'll win the Premier League this season and we'll never win it again. Maybe we will back-to-back it. Maybe we'll win another one in 2 or 3 years. But the idea that one of our most bright talents should go to Marseille to play 15 games in Ligue 1, which is going to take him some time to adjust and all of that, and miss League Cup final, and a Premier League and the last 16 of the European trophies. It's like it just doesn't make any sense to me. I would, if you wanted him to go on loan, do it at the start of the season, would have made sense. But right now, if Benny, put yourself in Ranieri's position and just imagine. I don't think this is the case. I don't know what the case is, but imagine you don't want to go. Imagine you're
Well,
boss.
that's the thing. If I did, but I'm guessing he would want to go though, because he's probably sanctioned it and said, "I do want to go and compete or like get warm."
If this is being driven by 19-year-old Ethan Ranieri, I would like to be his agent and go, yes, you may not get many minutes. He hasn't not played. He's done cumulatively about 500 minutes this season, which is a way down from last season, right? But
yeah, I think it's enough for a Premier League medal. No,
he'll get a medal.
Yeah.
Getting a medal is brilliant and deserved. He deserves that because he kept my spirits up last season, which was a bit of a shit show, and he was probably our brightest player, and I couldn't believe he didn't play him even more. But he got about 1,500 minutes last season. I get it. He'll get a medal. It's not about that. It's about, can you imagine a better memory than being in that dressing room when you've held that title aloft and knowing that you're in the semi-finals of the Champions League? All of that he will just be watching from the sidelines, and I don't think that's fair.
Or even being at the Emirates when the title's given to us, and he's watching it on TV.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he can come back for. Well, I mean, I understand your point, but then there's the counter point of he needs to look after his own career, and he wants
his own career is a long and fruitful one. We're talking about a guy who is, Patrick Vieira started to break through at this age. You know, 20 used to be a good breakthrough age. He's a bit younger. He's a bit ahead of the game. I just think let him see out this. I don't like. I mean, I've made my point. I do understand that it's good for him and developing as a footballer, but I think a lot is made of that. Ethan Ranieri is already a really good footballer. Are we expecting him to improve by 20% in the 4 months he plays at Marseille?
Well,
he's not going to be playing in Europe. He's not going to be playing.
Well, you never know. He might be that good that he gets to. Well, okay, actually, no. Is he cup tied? I don't know if he's cup tied.
To my own admission here is I don't know where Marseille.
I don't think he's cup.
Let me just check, because if Marseille in the Champions League,
Marseille are in the Champions League.
Right, yeah, in the Champions League. Yeah. I think they get wiped off after this round, right?
Maybe, but then do you think Marseille are winning all the way through to the final? Then do you think who's got a better chance of making it to the final? Marseille. We're all kind of.
I mean, but also wait. Just one point. The thing is that, I understand what you mean, but if Ethan is hungry for minutes now and wants to kind of keep himself warm, it's not going to be at Arsenal because there are so many players ahead of him, and you have to understand it's the World Cup year. It's all these players.
Ethan Ranieri is not going to the World Cup.
No. I mean the players ahead of him are going to the World Cup. Right?
Yeah, Ethan Ranieri. I'm saying for the record, I don't think he'll get much game time. He'll come on for 10 or 15 minutes here or there. Maybe if we win the Premier League with 3 games to go, he can play the last 3 games. I'm only saying this. I'm saying that football development is about building character. It's about building winners. Our Premier League squad, our entire 25-man squad has one person in it who's won a Premier League. If you were putting together a team that had to win a Premier League to save your life, you would want a few people in there who'd been there before and seen it and done it.
Yeah,
and whilst Ethan Ranieri has been part of this process, if he wasn't there, that galvanising, bring everyone together moment where that exultant relief of finally breaking a 22-year curse, if he's not there for that, he will always regret it. You ever gone, if you've ever been, I've been in a similar, I have to say, I've been in a similar situation at work where I had to go to another part of the company, and and there was a huge success, a team spirit, and everyone talked about it. And I came back, and everyone was like, "Oh, you would have loved it." You never feel part of that anymore. And I don't know if is Ethan really pushing to leave? Is anyone pushing to leave? Right now?
But don't you think he can go to Marseille now, play maybe 15, 16 games, become a better player, and then it benefits us. Like,
no doubt about whatsoever that he
think
can
about
happen. But could you at least concede that he might go to Marseille and not get game time and not fit in? How many loan players have gone to other clubs and you think they're going to do really well? I thought Eddie Nketiah would do well at Palace. I thought Emil Smith Rowe would do. I mean, then you've got Reece Nelson at Brentford. Sometimes you go and they play you for the first 3 or 4 games and then they're like, actually, no. Jadon Sancho.
but then it's on the player, no? It's on the player. Then it's on the player if he cannot, if you.
Listen, it is on the player, but Ethan Nwaneri is going to a team full of people who speak another language. Yes, De Zerbi speaks English, but it's not like a fluency. He's going to feel left out. He's joining a team. I don't think players that join in January are always loved. They'll give him a chance. The fans don't know that much about him. He's not going to be that. I just think this is not going to develop him as much as being in that dressing room when we lift the title. And that's my only point. Do I think how much he could learn from De Zerbi in 3 or 4 months? I don't know.
And he could do the Saliba thing and become very good.
Different altogether. Someone else said this to me in the comments. I can't remember who it was. I'd have to look at the comments. Someone made a really good point about, look, it was good for Saliba. Saliba had never been part of an Arsenal squad. We bought him for 27 million. There was all this fanfare about him. Said, he's going to stay at loan. Then he went on another loan. Then he did another loan. And then obviously all the talk was he's not doing this anymore. We either play him. And then he played him and he scored that cracker and he started the season really well. Everyone was like, well, he's not left since. This is different. This is a player going from a seat for I can't put my case any better. I'm happy that it's a niche thing and I'll be happy for him at Marseille. If this is what he wants, then I'm not, who am I to tell him not to do it? But I'm going to rattle through some of these because the chat is here and they're the best.
I think if he
Santi,
did
give me
go...
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Let me just get through the comments, otherwise I won't catch up with them. We've already gone past the 2 hour mark. Dan looks like Zinchenko is off to Ajax on loan. What opinion would you buy him and how much do you think we get for him? I don't think we get pennies from him now. But we'll come back to that. Gluminati, you need to trademark that. I think I have. You named the worst panel possible for the... That's the actual panel that it was. I promise you. It was Kenny Ken, Jez, Lee Gunner, and Shane Gooner. I was like, fuck. As in Millie, Gluminati panel is pointless right now. Borderline stupid position to hold. Probably is a stupid position to hold. Yeah, absolutely. Glazers out. Fan don't like Lee Gunner. No one does. Even his family. Gluminati t-shirts are needed. Yeah, I've got a little Gluminati video loading, by the way. God, why are we so frustrated? But they care so much about the players' well-being. Sick. Yeah, I know, right? They're always like the last bastion of their complaining is, why is he overplaying people? It's because they're footballers and he's playing them at football. It's not like he hasn't sent them into an MMA match, has he? But almost done now. Coming back to you in a second, Zanzi. Why always Lee Gunner, Shane Gooner so angry about so many things? I don't know. I would guess it's because they're not getting the cuddles they need. I would guess that. Small cocks. That's another potential. I'll let Nwaneri go out on loan. Ethan's been the weakest player. He needs a loan. Misery loves company. Very good point. Well, ultimately, we can only hope this loan move has a positive impact. 100% agree. Frankly, I think the fans talk too much about Nwaneri. Ergo, it's better to be out of a club somewhere without spotlight on. That's a very good point. I've made my point over and over again. Nwaneri is competing with quite a few players for a place. Too many, definitely. If the plan is not to loan Nwaneri out till the end of next season, then I frankly consider it half-baked. Will scoring a fantastic goal against a top-level opponent hopefully give... Jose, I really hope that it does. I agree with that. I think it will. I think it gives him confidence. I think it'll end some of the conversation around is he good or not. He's a good role model in Greenwood. Oh, God. Shit, I forgot Mason Greenwood was there. He is, isn't he? I mean, what's he actually done? Scored the 5th in a mauling of City and a goal against Preston. Played some nice, safe passes. He's clearly got talent, but he's not up to standards of others. He's having a bad season. So's Miles Lewis-Skelly. It was you, Clockenders. I thought it was. Surely Nwaneri must be going to Marseille willingly rather than reluctantly. I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. And Mortley, Texas. Yes, that was why we can't get rid of Reece Nelson. So, sorry, Zanzi. I hate doing that. But I'm now caught up with the chat and I can't wait to hear... Just
picture
before
yourself.
you do, though, I've just. I'm only teasing. Sorry.
Right, picture it like this, because not every player wins anything. So we're currently top of the Premier League, 7 points clear. Champions League through to the next round, semi-final, League Cup, 90% going through. And when there we go, he's off in loan. When he comes back, everyone's going to be talking about, oh, we won this, we won that, look at this, oh, look at that. I can remember many 40-odd years ago, but where I was working, I was transferred for a day to another one of their premises because they were short on cover. When I came back, they were all talking about an accident which had happened out on the main street, literally just outside our offices. And I was there thinking, shit, I missed it all. And then about a week later, I was transferred back to the other place. And when I came back, they were all talking about the fact that in the park, which is just down the road from us, there were two sets of school kids. There must have been 200 of them there, all lining up against each other for a great big fight. And I'll say, I used to be part of that school and I missed all that as well. So, I mean, that's the stupid thing. But it's the fact that, can you imagine what he's going to feel like coming back?
No,
missing all of that.
I genuinely can't. And that's my problem with it. I genuinely don't think it ever really works out for him after this. Not at Arsenal. I know it's just a gut feeling. I'm not pretending it's rational. I'm saying he comes back. All the players have won a... I mean, he's gonna have to play out of his skin at Marseille because they're they're third. Like, what's he winning? He's not winning Ligue 1. He's not going to win the Champions League. I don't know if there is another competition for them to be in. I don't know. Would you believe it? Look, we have... right, so... Sasa de Boy. Teams who finish in top four will play the round of 16 second leg and quarter-final second leg at home. Top two teams will be given second leg home advantages. I don't know if it is an advantage, actually. I thank you and welcome, and please hit subscribe. It is obviously an advantage. They have built this in to make it of some value to finish in top of the league, because otherwise it doesn't really mean anything, does it? But last season we had to play our home games first, and we got through, apart from Paris Saint-Germain. Eze and Gyökeres could make play and do when we play. Are you going to play Mason Mount, Lucky? I thought he was really unlucky not to get that. It was an onside goal, wasn't it? The third goal for Man United against City.
Mason Mounts?
Yeah.
No, because it is offside, wasn't he?
I don't think he was. I thought that was the point. I thought that they found he actually wasn't, because it wasn't him that was offside. It was the build-up play.
Yeah, it was whoever passed it to the right-hand side.
Dallo?
That player there.
I think Dallo was the one.
Yeah, he was offside. But then when
what I'm
crossed...
saying is I heard that they got the lines wrong.
Oh, well, that's VAR then, isn't it? Good old VAR.
VAR. Who doesn't love a bit of VAR? I'd like VAR in a national lottery. You win, and then they go, you've won 17 million. What? We're just going to check. Hang on. Oh, sorry, you didn't get anything. It's much more fun this way. Didn't Keown get loaned, sold, bought back, and still won it all with Arsenal? Yeah, he did. Well, actually, he left. He didn't get. I'm trying to think. Maybe he did get loaned. Yes, but he went to. Then we finally bought him back from Villa because it was a shit show at Villa. But for all the time, you could say it worked for Martin Keown, but I can give you a lot of other names it didn't work for. VAR is dog shit. Thank you. Very well said. So I think I don't think I've changed anyone's mind on the whole Ethan Nwaneri thing. I think there is clearly, however, it isn't a done deal according to Mikel Arteta. It's unlikely that Ornstein and all the others. I mean, it's one of those stories that everyone's been talking about. It's unlikely, and then of course Arteta said we are discussing it with Marcel. So it's unlikely that he's not going to go on loan. But part of me, if I was his dad, I would just say, don't miss this. You'll never live this again.
Yeah.
Even if we win the league next season, he's a part of it. This is the first league in 20... This makes heroes of these players. Declan Rice becomes a hero. Bukayo Saka, these are all heroes. Trossard wins the league. Some players who... Jesus gets a winner's medal. Finally, doing it. I don't know.
You can imagine it in 80 years, no, 80 years time, 60 years time, and he's there with his grandkids, showing off his Premier League medal, and so you say, "Hey, Grandpa, what was it like when you picked up the trophy?" Oh, well, I wasn't there. I
They
was in
mailed it to
Marseille.
me. Yeah, they faxed it to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I think sometimes I'm too romantic about these things, and I might not be taking the business view of it. Business view of it is he trains under Roberto De Zerbi, and he's obviously a tactically astute. I don't know how much you learn in these 3 or 4 months. I don't know I don't know if Marseille are really going for anything. They could, in theory, win Ligue 1. I mean, I think Luis Enrique and Paris Saint-Germain, there's something going on there. But they're third, and they're 8 points off the top. And I think 8 points off the top is a lot to overcome. I don't think
But personally speaking, with Ranieri, I would stay to the end of this season, and then if a
next year
loan was option, and Marseille still wanted him, go on loan then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go on loan anywhere. There's a number of teams.
Yeah.
Give him a season elsewhere. He's got all those memories, and he goes when he comes back.
Yeah.
I've kind of been put off loans by some of the experiences we've had. I know Jack Wilshere had a good loan experience. You can always point to some people having good loan experiences, but by and large, once they get loaned, they're gone. It'll be interesting to see how much game time Ethan gets as well. Where will he be playing at Marseille? That's a really good point. Like, we're all kind of assuming he could walk straight into the Marseille team, doesn't speak the language, doesn't know any of the players, apart from, and gels straight away, and he becomes like, who's he most like? I think he's unique. I love Ethan Nwaneri because there aren't players like him around that much. But Foden, they always used to say that Foden should get loaned out, and City were like, nope, he's staying here for a reason, because you get to work with Pep. I don't know. Do any players have medals with both City and Arsenal? Yeah, Kolo Toure. There you go. Don't often get them right, but there you go. Malt Licky Texas says, you've convinced me, landlord. If I was 1 year, I wouldn't want to miss being part of an Arsenal at the end of this season. This is such a different league as well. This is so much for guys like Ethan and Miles who grew up Arsenal, like Saka, they are Arsenal through and through. And all the years they've been called, bottlers, and this is the time you get to do that parade, and you're in Marseille. Don't get me wrong, I love Marseille; it's a beautiful place, but nah, I like this as well. They all speak English, Dan, you tit. I tell you, that's not true, though. Do you remember Patrick Vieira didn't? First words he said were, forgot about Coca-Cola. I love him. What's he doing at City? Oh, did anyone else see Gabby Heinze running up and hugging Wayne Rooney in the post-match interviews?
Yeah, I've got something funny to say about that, because I put on what I put on subtitles to see what was happening, and the Theo Walcott, they could understand that, they could understand Gabby, they could understand Clarence Seedorf, but it came to Rooney, it just came out to go to the garbage at the bottom.
I think this is good. Let's hope he doesn't get pally with Mason Greenwood. Forgot he was there, to be honest with you. Tottenham finally get something tonight, lads. I know. Tottenham are going to be winning the title. Someone actually wrote that. Was it in this chat, or I've seen a few others tonight? Let's hope that Tottenham don't win the Champions League. I'm like, yeah, let's. That's not keeping me up at night. Let me just say that I don't fear that at all. Terrible club. You're absolutely right. Lucky, yeah, a being outside apparently, a beating outside. Rooney was asked if this Arsenal could beat the United of 08, and Rooney said no way. It's silly when we do this, isn't it? It's silly. I don't mind it. It's a pub conversation. I don't give a shit whether this side would beat 08, because this side can't play 08. So load it up on FIFA and do what you can. Yeah, I've seen him hugging Rooney. Looks like the human equivalent of a cat litter tray. I'm making that the funniest thing anyone said in here tonight. Well done, Rosie. Rosie is very funny. So here we are. It's 1:45. We've got a big weekend coming up. Oh, Gail Clichy, there's another one. Do you remember when Man City had all that money and just bought whoever they wanted? How far... They're a real Cinderella story, aren't they?
They're still doing it now, anyway.
I was being sarcastic. I'm clearly not as obviously sarcastic as I need to be. Yes, they are still doing it now. We've got 9 wingers. Yeah, I need another one. Why? Just need them. All right, but it's
Pokemon.
million.
I gotta catch them all. Gonna catch them all.
Maybe that's the plan. Maybe if City genuinely buy every competent footballer, then there's, they're not.
I suppose it was like Arsenal a couple of seasons ago, buying left backs, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You still don't have enough.
We still don't have enough left backs. I know, right? Yeah, but we have let a few go. To be fair, Tierney and Zinchenko, as Anthony already mentioned. I really like Zinchenko, but I must be wrong because it hasn't worked out for him, has it?
The kicker is going to Nottingham Forest and still getting into the team and having to get loaned to Ajax. That is just
how can he get loaned out to Ajax when he's loaned out to Forest for the season?
No,
but he is. That's what they said.
No, I'm saying I've got no idea. I don't know what's going on.
I think Forest kind of wanted to cancel the loan, so Arsenal.
Yeah, I think there's a break. I think there wasn't a break clause in it though. That was my understanding. Yeah, well, that's what I heard was they couldn't break the clause, so maybe they've done some sort of deal around it. But
yeah, because he's not getting into the Forest. I don't think he's started a game.
He did. He has started. I've definitely seen him play. I think it might have been a cup game though. Let me just check because the thing is, I actually really like Zinchenko. I've always liked Zinchenko, and I say that, and I've read his autobiography, and I think it's incredibly difficult to like anyone who's written a book that shit. And yet, I am still doing it. He played against Everton. That's when I saw him.
I liked him until people just started exploiting him in the weekend. They're like, "Oh yeah, Zinchenko is on the pitch. Wow, okay."
That's harsh. That is harsh because if you look at this, it's stats, isn't it? People are going to say, "Oh yeah, well, stats you can prove anything." His stats, defensive stats, weren't worse than Tierney's. I do prefer Calafiori, Hincapié, Miles Lewis-Skelly. He wouldn't be ahead of them in my pecking order. So it's right that he left, but I like the guy. For me, I overcame the fact that his autobiography is dog shit, and I also overcame the fact that he did one of the most cringing things I've ever seen an Arsenal player do in my entire life when he's trying to call a huddle in the Southampton game, and he's like, that's so awkward. I hated it. I hate anything like that. Glazers out. Lucky, you say that a lot. I'm picking up an anti-Glazer sentiment. Is that fair? We okay, team. We want João Gomez. Doesn't look like getting him. Probably. You can't have any more players. Eat your dinner. You can't have any more. Man United fans just want to sign it. Do you know how big your squad is? You've got the massive squad full of massive numbers of players. Just play one of the ones you've got now. You can't have any more pudding until you've had your dinner. This best Arsenal channel, I think, Lucky Singh. So he goes straight from saying I want a new player to one of the best comments ever. Well done. You're absolutely right. Man City, checkbook FC, 100%. Also, people can't wait to hype up their fucking players. Oh, Cherky's amazing. 2 weeks later, yeah, he's all right. You know what I mean? Like, Mamouche, wait till Mamouche gets going. I'm waiting for Mamouche to get going. Tijani Reinders, I think he will be a great player for them. But you can't say he's been a success yet.
That is different to Arsenal fans because they're saying, Zinchenko, he's brilliant. We just we've gone and bought him. Oh, he's shit now.
It's exactly that. We think everybody who doesn't play for us is world class, and we spend hours going, well, I don't think Saka's that good. So I do. I think he's really good. I'd play him. Where are we? So Jose's saying these were the exact vibes I was waiting for and thankful we're going into the weekend with some pomp. Yes, exactly. Because it could have gone the other way. I mean, my prediction was we'd probably lose 2-0. I think I said 2-0. So, and I thought, oh, that's going to affect the players. They've got to go all the way to Sanse. Who's played? Have they put the first 11 out and they got beaten? And then what are the vibes, the confidence? Got all the fans going. This Arsenal are wobbling. They're wobbling. You watch all these people on Sunday who were complaining from Saturday night onwards about the Nottingham Forest result will suddenly be all cheerful. At least we keep it cheerful either way.
I think we have them probably like 3-1 or 4-1.
Man United.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do another Villa. We're gonna be so up for it, especially at the Emirates. I just have that feeling in my head. Though this is, to be fair, I am quite delusional. I am somebody. I tell you what happened to me. The third
I love
week,
that. The minute someone says that, I like him even more. Like, to be fair, I am
third-
quite delusional.
the third week of the season, I told my friends, we have a WhatsApp group, and then I actually had a dream that the Arsenal had won the title. I had a dream, and then I told my friends, and they like, so anytime Arsenal loses, I get like a load of stick. So, but I'm sticking to that.
I'm not psychic, unfortunately. But I do find it weird that lots of people who have their own YouTube channels, who I highly respect, this is not a criticism, just to be clear. Although if someone's going to clip it as a criticism, they'll just leave that bit out. But James Bayliss, I think he's really clever. He really understands football. He's calm, he's measured, he's intelligent. He wobbled a bit after the Forest game, and then he did a video, I think it was today or yesterday, where he said, actually, looking at the stats, it's not as bad as I thought. And I was like, that's all I've been doing. I've just been looking at the games that are coming up and forecasting whether I think we'll win them or not based on previous results and form and a couple of other metrics. And on that basis, the data coming back has been consistently, we're performing 11 points better than you would expect us to from similar fixtures over the last 5 years. Man City are 3 points worse. So Man City are likely to finish on 87 points, even if they maintain the form they've had for most of the season. But the reality is, when you look at them, their form has been absolutely terrible recently. You can't pretend it hasn't. And they've got Liverpool away coming up. That's another 2 points drop. So when people are saying, oh, 7 points, yeah, but add Liverpool to that. That's 4 games advantage. That's a 4-game advantage. Even if we lose 4 games, twice as many as we've lost in the first 22 games of the season. If we lose 4 games, they'll still only be level with us. It's that at the moment. That's why I think, fair enough, Villa, I did have a moment after the Forest game where I thought, oh, Villa will beat Everton, it'll be down. But I still don't think Villa will carry on all the way through the season. They are thin as fuck at the back at the moment. They have injuries. Kamara's out for the rest of the season. McGinn out for the rest of the season. Looks like a lot of it. They are over-relying on 1 or 2 players, and they're not a title-winning side. And I don't think it's fair to call them to be putting that kind of pressure on them anyway. You know, Emery's done a good job in getting them where they are. But massive squad full of mediocre players. I think when people talk about Man City's rebuild, I think this is a really key point here, Clockenders. People talk about, oh, Pep, that's fine, but he doesn't feel like the same Pep to me. But if you're telling me that this is Man City, then it's Man City without the Kevin De Bruyne. It's Man City without Riyad Mahrez. It's the Man City without all the players that really made the Man City, isn't it? Marmoush is off. They don't want him anymore. Cherki does look good, but he's not Kevin De Bruyne. Tijani Reinders, I really had high hopes for him, and he started really well, but he's obviously not making the team. Like, Pep doesn't know what his first 11 is.
You know, that's a really good point. But people keep saying, "Oh my God, City have this winning mentality that, like, from yesteryears, that they've been in a title race." And I'm like, wait. How many of those players have actually been in a title race? The whole of their midfield is new.
Donnarumma, not with some of them have, but not with City. So Donnarumma hasn't.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker's gone.
John Stones is on the injury bench. Rodri is not playing.
I don't even think he's on the bench anymore. I think he's in a Villa in Spain. I don't think he's anywhere near a treatment table.
These players that they have do have the ability to choke because they've not been in a title race before. Like,
well, can we just go through today's lineup, right? Let's just go through this. Ait Nouri was playing at Wolves. Donnarumma was at Paris Saint-Germain. Kuzanov, I gotta say, like, he got so much fanfare, and I think he might be a good centre back one day, but I've yet to see it.
He's not
Elaine.
centre back.
Elaine.
My God,
like,
they tore into
Elaine,
him. He got
Nico
caught.
Riley.
Yeah.
No. Rico Lewis. No. Rodri is not the same player. So now you've got, looking ahead at the front three, of course, Haaland, Rodri, Foden. But Foden, in fairness, on his day, he just looks so good. But I think he's had his day already. I think it was against Brighton. What was the last good game he played? He was shit. He was shit again today.
People are getting on his back.
I think he was their best player when he was shit today.
Actually, no, I think Shirky was there.
Oh, Shirky was there, but sorry, yeah, Shirky was there.
No, Shirky is good. Like, somebody's telling me Shirky is 6 months in. Like, he is a good player. I'm just saying,
no doubt.
I don't understand where this like title winning mentality is.
It's not. I completely agree with your point, because
they don't know what it is. They don't know what it is to play fair.
There's a really famous British sitcom called Only Fools and Horses, and there's a character in it called Trigger who's famously very stupid, and his job is a street sweeper. And there's a scene with him and the main character. He says, "I've had the same broom for 22 years." And the other character goes, "You've had the same broom for 22 years?" He goes, "Yes, so I've changed the handle 7 times and the head 5 times, but it is the same broom." And that's what I think with Manchester City. I'm like, you could keep talking to me like they've still got the same players. They had captains everywhere. Rodri, Carl Walker, John Stones, Kevin De Bruyne. They had battles for title. Who's their captain now?
I think Rodri was the captain.
Rodri hasn't played. Yeah, Rodri is the captain.
Yeah,
but he's not playing. He was great against Exeter. I'll give him that. They smashed Exeter. If they only have to play Exeter from now to the end of the season, the league's in trouble, isn't it?
To be fair, Haaland still didn't score against Exeter. So, yeah.
I know, and he's only scored 1 goal, and it was a penalty in what, 8 games now?
He was very
8 games ago. He scored a penalty.
He was not happy today after.
How could you be? He's in Norway. He's gone home, and he's got turned over by Bodo Glimt.
I know, right? Like, I'm sure there's like, what do they call that thing in Scandinavian culture where you go to the heaven after a battle?
Valhalla.
Like Valhalla.
Yeah.
He's not going to Valhalla anytime
soon. He's definitely not.
No.
He's definitely not. Boy Tendia, I just speak into the void, and the void gives me a shocked expression when some truth escapes. Truth is not. Yeah, you know what? Boy Tendia, I 100% get where you come from. You have been consistently saying the same rational and logical things in a world that only really wants to hear hype. Only just want. There are so many people who make a living out of just saying the insanely obvious that, you know, that's based on narratives. Well, Arsenal always bottle it, don't they? All right, well, what's the point in playing the league then? Might as well just give up now then. I just watched the Arsenal first goal back again. It is a lovely goal, man. Suits Benjamin League. Listen, Ugarte, obviously I was wrong about, but I thought he was a good player. Man's just signed one of the league's best defenders and midfielders, and he's still moaning. On a serious note, he's a legend. Like him a lot. I love Pep Guardiola. I think he's a great manager, but I do think that this man-for-man marking that you see nowadays has kind of ruined his whole strategy, and he needs a year off to go away and really rethink some strategies, because it's not working. The Emirates crowd will be ruthless this weekend. Oh my God, they'll be up for it, won't they? They'll be up for it. Clock enders, are you going? If anyone wants to hire me as a psychic, I am qualified charlatan. There she goes again. Yeah, Ugarte once sold. I get that you want Ugarte gone, but you don't know who your next manager is going to be. He might really like Ugarte. Might be Luis Enrique. There are good teams in this league, but just aren't getting the results. They are all difficult to win games against. This is the same solid point that I think has been made. And when you say this is a tough league, and you look at it and go, on paper, you think, well, it's not that tough. But then every time I look at a fixture, I have, for the record, I am predicting that we beat Man United. I'm predicting we beat Leeds away and Sunderland at home and Brentford away. And so if we win the next 4 games, right, then we're on. Then there's only 12 games left, and we have a 7-point lead. That's done for me. And that's if Man City win every game as well, and they've got to go away to Liverpool, away to Spurs. It's a tough one for them. Please, Spurs, this time, do us a favour.
No.
Pep is due for another sabbatical. He's well overdue. It was KDB all along. People just get sold by names nowadays. Well, yeah, but this is what happened. I like Gyökeres. He scored a great goal. He's one of ours. I'm not slagging him off. But most people wanted Gyökeres because they heard the name. They never saw him play. I do think Cherky looks really good. Jose, do you think he looks as good as Kevin De Bruyne, though? Because, I mean, if I think of that team, the Gundogan's, the Kevin De Bruyne's, the... also, Akanji today. I can't understand how he got loaned out. Like, what the fuck did he do wrong? Like, he's never been bad. I was really surprised to hear Footy Judge Mo talking about how shit Akanji is. I was like, what are you on about? First of all, you haven't paid anything for him. Second of all, he's won everything in football. How bad can you be?
I saw an interview say he doesn't want to come back to Man City, actually.
A lot of them don't know.
Yeah.
I remember when Pep's always had a history of it's my way or the highway. He fell out with Cancelo. I really wanted him. I'm glad we didn't get him now. But there are players that he's fallen out with that you just don't, yeah. Manchester City, not title race now. Look, midfield all new, losing confidence. If they are in a title race, it will be one hell of a turnaround from the team I just watched play Bodo Glimt. Trigger sounds like a misunderstood genius. There is a shortstop for the New York Yankees called Yogi Berra, who has more hysterically funny quotes than any other man in history. But they're all they're all kind of stupid things he said. But you do start thinking these must be intentionally funny because he one of his most famous ones is I'm getting that sense of deja vu all over again. Until City are on the verge of being mathematically ruled out, I will feel some relief. Yeah. It's fine. It's all right to not get ahead of yourselves. We've waited a long time for this title. We're not going to lift it up in February or March. So everyone get on board. It's 3 months away at best. And just make your peace with the fact that not every game we play till then is going to be a win. We might get beaten in the League Cup final by City. The meltdowns might begin anew. And then we might lift the Premier League and the Champions League and the FA Cup, and people will still be going, yeah, but he didn't win the League Cup, did he? Right, I'm going, mate. Yes, brilliant. Man, sing an extra song for us. Another Manchester United fan, delusional one. Malta, I can't fathom American watching Fools and Horses and getting it. Do you like it? It's a weird one, Only Fools and Horses, because I think it's just hysterically funny, but like certain comedy doesn't cross cultures, does it? And then in Germany, obviously, they don't really have comedy. So just checking you're still awake, Benny. You there? You're muted.
Sorry, I'm back, but somebody messaged me.
Yeah, aren't they watching you live? Just tell them I'm on telly. Unfortunately, mate, my fan base is arguably worse. Oh yeah, here we go. Can't have meltdowns about a trophy they started to never care about. I know. It is just that, isn't it? It's like, all right, let me put it to you this way. Zanzi, our jobs are on the line here. We've got to think of something to be pissed off about right now. What can you come up with?
About Arsenal, right. I don't like our away kit.
No, I don't.
No,
we didn't need it tonight, though, did we?
No, but I'd rather have the yellow and blue again as we
Oh my
used
god,
to.
yeah, that's Arteta's fault as well. The prick.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
mean the white one, right?
No one means the white one.
No.
That's ridiculous. It's the shittest kit ever. I don't mind the cream one that's supposed to represent the marble halls now, but that surrender kit we used to play in the FA Cup, that can fuck off.
Yeah.
I would rather we we solved the knife crime problem in North London some other way than losing FA Cup games at the first time of asking. I'm not sure how much good that's done. Unfortunately, mate, my fan base is arguably worse. Our fan base, it is the emptiest vessel that makes the most noise, isn't it? The normal, everyday Arsenal fan that we have that comes in here, that goes about their business, that goes to work tomorrow with a bit of a pep in their step because we beat Inter away. You know, we beat Inter. It's only the second time we've done it. We beat them at San Siro, probably the last time we'll ever play there. It's brilliant. It was a really convincing win. I didn't think they ever looked like they were going to beat us. And, this is in Italy's top team. So
I heard something on the game that
you're on the game
about the game that when Arsenal scored the second goal, the commentator said this is the first time since 2011 that Inter have conceded 2 goals in Europe at home in the league phase.
Bloody hell! All right, well, I'm in no position to question that, but that seems incredible.
I wasn't sure because I know when they were at home last season in the semi-final, they beat Barcelona 4-3, didn't they? But of course, that's the knockout stage.
Yeah,
it wasn't the league stage.
Oh, it's such a listen. We beat a really good Inter team, but all the talk tomorrow will be their shit.
Yeah,
it probably is tonight as well. Dan, it's about staying composed, take defence strong, get another point, take close. I agree with you. But then I've lived through 5 titles before, so I know that you get points away and you win at home and you win leagues. That's how it goes, right? I've got to be up. See you, boys. Great to see you, Clock Enders. Nath, absolutely star. Charles is here. Dan, Zanzi, will you preview for the United game? What do you expect? How do you think we'll handle a blistering counter that United is banking on with Mbeumo and Bruno? I do like the way Michael Carrick is playing. He's put Bruno Fernandes back in the middle. I think we overwhelm them. I think we put Declan Rice on Fernandes, and I think that I see them scoring. I think we'll be too strong for them, but I think we have to have a pre-game live show to properly delve into that, because I don't think we can do justice with what's left of tonight. It's about spirit, your team fight and stay together. Absolutely. Yes, because Inter Milan got the best defensive record in the league as well.
Yeah, they'd only conceded 2 goals before they played us.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you talk about you're in the Champions League, obviously. Serie A, that would be impressive.
3. No, sorry, they'd only conceded 4 goals.
Yeah, and we scored 3.
Yeah.
They're outside of the top 8 now. So it was a serious game for them. They couldn't afford to lose this. It looks to me like they are now going to have to play those extra 2 games, aren't they?
Yeah, they got Borussia Dortmund last game.
Which, after Dortmund's performance today, makes you wonder. But
yeah, but no, Borussia Dortmund were down to 10 men, though, weren't they, against Villa?
Yeah, for an hour.
Spurs. Yeah.
Yes, Benny made that point earlier as well. I think it was Benny. But the problem is, when you say that...
Yes, I did.
Yeah, but the 2 goals that Tottenham scored, weren't they before the player got sent off?
No, they were one was before. The second one was after.
Just after then, right? Because he got sent off in when did he get sent off? The 37th? Oh, 20. Oh, big one. Yeah. So it was 10 minutes after. So they were still winning 1-0. I don't know. It's Tottenham. God, can we have them in the final, please? Champions League final against Tottenham, please.
I think they are going out next round.
But please, Benny, please.
Please.
I'm asking nicely. Don't make me beg. Should Eze start over Odegaard? Does Odegaard slow down the attack? No, I think Odegaard starts against Man United.
No. Unfortunately, Eze still hasn't covered himself in glory yet.
I wouldn't be upset if he plays.
Yeah,
but I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I don't think. It's what I said earlier. It seems ridiculous to say you beat Inter Milan 3-1 at home. Sorry, at their place. And I didn't think our midfield played that well.
No, it was a bit of. I thought Mosquera played better at the back.
Mosquera's. Where did we? Like,
Oh no.
this is one of the best signings of this. What the fuck is happening here? This guy, it's like you put him anywhere and he's good.
Was he 20 million?
He didn't put it for wrong. I don't even think it was that much, was it? How much was Mosquera? Was he 15 million? Or...
13
million.
With add-ons, I think.
But yeah, so it says here 15 million euros. So 30. Yeah, so what? Like every time I think, oh, this would be a game, this could be too much of a challenge for him. He just comes in and I think he looked really good today.
I like the way he was in defence, pointing people, doing things. Though. Yeah,
100%. I like that. Yeah, he was like he's got some. There's something about him. I mean, look, it wasn't a world-class performance. I do wonder if we might have played Timber when we didn't need to, but across that, Saliba's had a lot of minutes, and Gabriel. I mean, like, what do you want to say? Like, we went there without Declan Rice, Odegaard, Gabriel Magalhaes playing, without like we went there with Zubamendi, Eze, and Marino in midfield, and we turned Inter Milan over like we played better against them than we played against Nottingham Forest. No question about that.
I know why we played badly against Forest. I know why we played badly against Liverpool. One of my mates, we've watched only 3 games together this season, both Liverpool games and the Forest game, and we haven't scored a goal in any of them. So now, if he says, "George, do you want to join me and watch the football match?" I said, "No." No.
Superstition belongs in football.
Okay.
Charles with a good question. Rooney said his former Everton friend has a lot of aura. Did you hear that? I didn't hear that actually. Against United, yeah, no, I still don't think. I think Odegaard starts against United. He's captain. I would like to. We'll probably have a debate about whether you should have to start every match because you're captain, but I think it's just what it is, isn't it? And I hear, Joe, it's really funny. I hear this all the time. People saying Arteta's got his favourites. It's like, well, yeah, everyone has. Every manager has his favourites, right? Like, they act like Arteta's the first person to prefer one player over another. But I don't think that Eze did enough tonight to make me think, oh, he's got to play. I don't think he touched the ball enough. Would be my worries. I don't think he did anything wrong, but I don't think he did anything particularly right. No accuracy from the crosses. He only had 2 crosses, but no key passes. See, for me, if you put Odegaard in the team, I know people say he slows the game down, whatever, but he genuinely comes up with a couple of key passes a game. And Chris Antonio, it is all in jest, clock enders. Don't take it too seriously, but he is giving it Arteta out. And who would be happy with a manager just because he's top of the Champions League, having won all 7 of the games he's played and only conceding 2 goals with a plus 18 goal difference? Who would be happy with that same manager if he was only 7 points clear at the top of the table in the near middle of January and in the semi-final with an advantage going into the second leg? I mean, don't we have to have higher standards than this? How can we all be just so happy with being top of every league and in every competition we're in? It doesn't make any sense. We are number 1.
I think we conceded too many goals in the Champions League.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Because that second one, that gave Inter hope, and I don't want that,
No.
Both equalisers, by the way. Both goals we've conceded in the Champions League, both been equalisers that didn't end
and both ended up 3-1.
Yeah. So don't score against us. It pisses us off.
Yeah.
With us guys, we should look at Lisandro Martinez, Lenny, Yoro, Harry Maguire, Casemiro, and make... Casemiro, is he still playing? You've got to leave the game before the game leaves you, Kezi. But how knows what we will do? No one knows. Arteta out, only lost 2 games all season. Yeah, get him out. Get him out. Lost 2 games. We're Arsenal. We need higher standards. Mosquera did well. He played for Wolves. He's all over the place, isn't he? He's in both squads. Like what Arsenal have, Rich Havertz, Zubamendi, Eze, Gokeres. Mikel has his favourites. By favourites, do you mean the best? Yeah. Exactly, Lucky. Exactly. My point I'm making is that people have a go at like Arteta for preferring one player over another, and I'm like, I prefer one player over another. I think my heart is telling me I prefer Eze, but my head is telling me we're probably better off with Udegaard. Udegaard. Actually, it's been a while, but I think it's.
It help you to pronounce it. It's pronounced Odegaard.
You go, just remembering that.
You know, even when I'm playing football manager games, what I like to do is I like to build a club up from nothing. So I'll
Well, like
go
Man
out.
City.
No, I wouldn't go as far as going that low. But I'll build them up, and I will always have a striker. Oh yeah, I like him. I'll have him as my main striker. And after 10 games, he hasn't scored a goal. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, come on! I'll keep you in the game for another game. Go on, score a goal. And he doesn't score, so I put on a substitute, and he bags in 3. So I thought, okay, right. Next game you're on though, but I need you to score, and he doesn't score. And our substitute bags another 3 goals. I'm starting
That's
to
it
think,
then, isn't it? It's game over.
right. Yeah, that's it. You're
That's
on the
why
bench,
I think
mate.
I like Gyökeres more tonight than I did last night, because he came off the bench and he scored a goal and he looked busy and he looked up for it, and I like that. All the pressure off him, but he's made a really big statement. That's a big goal to score in the Champions League. He's got a good record in the Champions League as well. So, yeah, feel bad now. Chris was being sarcastic. Yeah, I thought you knew that. Come on, Chris isn't coming in here and saying Arteta out. It's great to see you, Chris. Now, Dan, the Gluminetti and the upside down. It's a win when we lose and a loss when we win. Yeah, but everything's a loss all the time. They're just always upset about something. Good for them. You have to reverse what you know when it makes sense. We are through the looking glass, people. We are number 1. Finish is confirmed today on BT, right? Irrespective of match week 8. No. If we lose to Kairat and Bayern score 8 goals in the next 2 games without conceding one, or actually, yeah, they could get away. If we lose to Kairat, then presumably they only need to score 7 plus 7 goal difference. But that's quite a tall order.
We're in the top 2, so we're always going to be away. Yeah,
we look, barring some. If we don't beat Kairat, I don't want to be in the fucking Champions League anyway, right? If we play Kairat at the Emirates, I don't even know if that's how it's pronounced, by the way. Like, someone will tell me, but I genuinely, right? You're both. I trust you both. Have you heard of these?
Karabag.
No. Karabak's a different team.
yeah.
Like High Karate, right? Did you ever heard of them? Did you know they existed? Did you watch a lot of Kazakhstani football?
I think I do remember them playing Chelsea last year. But that was because because I
Conference League.
Yeah. I was watching Matisse. Is that the Chelsea fan?
Yeah, Matisse. Yeah.
Yeah, and he went. One of his videos was going for an excursion to Kazakhstan to watch Chelsea play. That was
That's
fun.
more than an excursion.
Oh, yeah, it was. It took him. I think it took him about 9 hours or like 12 hours to get there.
Yeah, it's 4,000 miles from Kairat to London.
Yeah, we're just very, very lucky that we didn't get them away, or else that would have been yeah.
Oh, you know what? Like, that would have been a funny trip. That would have been the under 23s, wouldn't it? It would have just been, who gives a shit? So where am I? Why has that gone missing? Yeah, Clock Enders, fantastic to have you here, mate. See you next time. And draws are free hits in the negative, so they're always a reason to get mad. Honestly, I do get pissed off with Arsenal fans who think a draw away is a shit result. Like, it is honestly like, so really, you are going to complain when we win and it's a sloppy game. If we don't play brilliantly, you complain. If we draw, you complain. You know, I mean, like, what fucking teams have you ever watched that win every game? Like, who wins every game? Nobody's ever done better than 100 points. Everybody's dropped points in every season. You win your away games, that's great, but all you need to do is get a point and win at home. And look, who's beaten us at home this season? KDB played so many games endlessly, and I never heard anyone talking about him needing a rest. Yeah, but then there was the 9 months he missed through injury. Not even City fans. No, that's not true. like I can tell you, Boytendio, like the game management of Pep has been better than Arteta's to now because he's had a season. There are hardly ever Manchester's. Even Rodri doesn't play 4,000 minutes in a season, and Declan's on track to play more than that. You do have to rest footballers to get the best out of them. You have to rest anyone to get the best out of them. Well, I think we will have Pio Esposito from Interscout to definitely like the look of him. What about you, Dan Zanzi, the Guna channel? Listen, I haven't seen much of Inter. I saw them tonight. Well, I didn't even see them tonight, really, because I just didn't fancy it tonight, did they?
I thought I had some of that in an Italian restaurant one day, but maybe it was wrong, actually. Pio Esposito. Never heard of him, to be honest.
Spanish. He doesn't sound Italian.
Oh.
On FM, I find it best to have two strikers that swap each game backed up by rotation. I still play the diamond. You know that? I still play two strikers. I'm playing Football Manager 26 and I'm addicted to it. Don't need to tell me. I played the demo and I was like, right, thank God this is only 6 months because I want to buy this and I'm not going to see my family again. I still have to go to work, right? There's no options there. I still want to do the live streams in here, and I like watching football, but Football Manager is just so addictive. Shane Guna, madman. Trust me, I know. No way we're talking about losing to Cara. No, we're not saying we're going to lose. We're just saying that that's the only situation where we don't finish top. If Jesus can continue to contribute like he has, we've seen a miracle. I love it. Cheers, Lucky Singh. I need much harder drugs before I can consider the idea of Kyra beating us. How much harder? Karabag, we played Europa League. Yeah, but that's a different team.
Did you see Kai Jesus' interview?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, after because he was saying that he loved himself basically. He kept saying it's because
I'm here because of Jesus.
Yeah,
I know. I've said I've made my peace with the fact that everyone has different opinions, and I don't mind that. I just think that politics, religion, there's not really a need to keep talking about it in football. You know, we're all here. We're unified by one thing. We're all Arsenal. Well, apart from Lucky Singh, and we do get, but we're all. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but I wouldn't keep talking about it so much.
Anthony showing his age with that high karate.
No, we joked about it though, didn't we? I was like, I actually looked up the advert for high karate.
Yeah.
The high karate aftershave. Where I mean, he used to wear it, and Billy Cream. Only 2 games we lost, 1-0, 2-1. Let's back Arteta. You came in here saying Arteta out, and that what a flip flop you are, Chris. Right, we are getting to 1 minute. 1:22 in the morning is a good time to start thinking. You know, it's even later. Think about Benny. He's in Germany.
I know.
I'm about to round up. I'm just trying to look for where Karabag is.
Karabag's in Azerbaijan.
Okay.
But Kairat
is in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
They are different teams. It's like
both teams are in the Champions League.
They are.
It's as far west as you can possibly go in
East.
Yeah.
East, yeah, in Kazakhstan. I mean, to be totally honest, I thought Kazakhstan was in bloody Asia anyway.
You know what? I have really good geography of Europe because I was a travel agent when I was very young. I don't know where the fuck these places are. Like I've never heard of them. Like, you know, I couldn't find Bodo Glimt on them. I don't know if Bodo Glimt's a place or just the name of the club, but let's be honest. You have to really. No one had heard of. I mean, they turned up in the town. I was like, who the fuck are these? We've drawn this. Who are these team? I don't know. You could say anything. You could say anything. They could be in any country, anywhere. Like I'd never heard of them. I've never seen them play. If you're saying they played Chelsea last season, fair enough. But this is news to me. But yeah, Carrier Bag. Actually, they played Tottenham, didn't they?
Yeah, they did play Tottenham. That's why Tottenham were 4th. Because they played teams like Karabag and
you're saying that like Carrier Bag is shit. Don't forget they beat Osijek 3-1. They beat Zaglebi 3-1. They
I'm
beat
not- yeah.
Neftchi 5-0. There's 3 teams you've never heard of, and I've never heard of till I started reading out the list. I don't know.
Did
who
you
the fuck
just
these people-
Google their results?
I've got SofaScore up. I'm looking at it going, Karabag. Who have Karabag played? Have you ever heard of Araz Naxivan?
You can get that at your chemist, apparently.
You might
Yeah.
need it. Yeah, Kairat, 7 played, 1 draw, 6. Who did they draw against again?
Tottenham.
Same. Tottenham get bat everywhere they go, even when they're at home. True facts. Every away game is difficult. Very well said. Can you please tell the rest of the Arsenal fan base, because they constantly complain, oh, you drew with Nottingham Forest. I will say this. Football's a funny old game. Our XG today was worse than the XG we had against Nottingham Forest. We just scored the goals.
Outscored it.
In the Forest game, I know no one wants to hear it, but if one of those goes in and we've won it, everyone's happy. But I just don't think this fan base is ever going to be happy. I've given up on them. But not all of them. I think it's the 5 to 10% who are always miserable, and they get talked about so much. But really, it's about people who have... We're going to be in a parade, guys. Come May, we're in a parade. I don't give a shit how gloomy the Gloominati want to get about that. They'll be like, oh, this isn't as good a parade as it was in 98. And I'll be like, I don't care. It's going to be the best parade of my life. I'm coming to closing comments. And I'm starting with Benny, because, Benny, you're an hour ahead. You've had an hour longer to think about this.
Closing comments. Well, I already said we'll beat Man United. Good game by the guys. Gyökeres, I hope he continues. I hope this is going to be like a springboard for him, because I'm going to be really disappointed if he goes back to default Gyökeres after in mine.
Yeah.
So I hope this is going to be a springboard. There's nothing really. We won a game away. It was quite comfortable. So I'm happy. That's my own closing. I don't think I have any complaints about today. Just on to Sunday, and let Chelsea and Man U keep believing that they're going to beat us at home, because better teams than them have come and tried and failed. So let them have that false confidence. I will be back on Sunday to troll a lot of Man United fans.
I'm going to have so much fun on Sunday, but, I'll troll them even if it's a draw. I'm trolling it. But it won't be. Oh, look, there's Rosie's popped in with a fact. Kairat Almaty beat Celtic 3-2 in the first round and
they
drew with
did.
Celtic in the second.
Yeah, they put them
I'm
out.
sure I know that. It's Celtic.
Yeah.
Are they also Azerbaijani? I don't really know much about Celtic.
No, Celtic. Do you want someone to visit you?
No, my granddad was a Celtic fan. I'm from a Celtic family, but he hated the whole kind of sectarianism, the whole sort of religious bigotry, and so he moved to England and became an Arsenal fan, and that's why my family are all Arsenal fans. And I'm always proud of you for that.
I remember when oh crap, who's that twat who went from Tottenham to Rangers?
Glenn Hoddle? No. Mark.
Striker scored that goal against Arsenal in the league in the FA Cup semi-final. Gascoigne.
I wasn't thinking of him at all. Yeah, and you're right.
Yeah, he went there and he scored a goal against Celtic, I think, and he did the flute thing, and the fans.
He doesn't know though. He doesn't.
I know.
He's about as backward as you can get without actually.
The fans
being
were absolutely ballistic, and these are the Rangers fans having to go at him for doing that.
I know. I've never been to Scotland. I'm really looking forward to going to Scotland. I know I'm going to love it, but I know I don't really want to go to an old firm. But Rosie's the person to ask about that, and she's saying, "Nice stream, gents." Jesus was not rich. Read the Bible. Me too, but I wouldn't move to England. Have you been to a Rangers game against Celtic? I don't think I want to live part of that kind of anger. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to see. there's some games I want to see. I want to see Boca Juniors. I want to see, this, but like this whole religious hatred thing makes me wonder,
You really want to go and watch Kairat, don't you, playing in
Mate,
Kazakhstan?
if I could take the 2 weeks off it would take to get there and back, I probably would. I would never go. See, that's Rosie. That's sensible. Why would anyone? Like, it's just so hate-filled and nasty, and it's bad enough when you go to White Hart Lane as an Arsenal fan. That's bad, but I think it's leagues beyond in Scotland. They really don't get on, which is mad. So, Zanzi, your final thoughts?
It's been emotional.
If you say that every single time, I'm going to start thinking it isn't. Was it more or less emotional than usual?
Probably less. Yeah, because we're already through.
I didn't really want you to say that, actually.
Yeah.
I wanted you to say more emotional, but trying to hype this show up. Guys, if you are
still but now it is actually getting more emotional. Thinking about it,
fully emotional. Now that you know it's nearly over.
But it was great to see Benny, and it's great to see
Bad Audio Bobby and Gary.
Bad Audio Bobby and Mr. Curtains.
Gary Curtains.
The chat's been great. And it's lovely to see your hair in this afternoon's video.
Oh, yes,
and it's great to see the bobbly Arsenal logo as well. Bubbles.
I just love that you and Weers and everybody always picks on the fucking background. It's like, do you know the effort that I put into this? And then you're like, why is it bubbles? I tell you why, it's because it's a sticker.
I know.
And the wall it's on is freezing cold. It's incredible it's stayed up this long. I say the same about myself now.
But normally, when you're on at doing your show now, you can't see the bubbles on it.
Yes, that's right. I feel like I'm having a conversation with somebody who might have been drinking now. Do you know what I mean? Bubbles. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It was not painted on. I didn't use crayons to stencil it on. It is a sticker. It's what we call a decal, and it has not adhered as well as I would like. It's actually held on with Pritt stick in places, but it's a representation of our crest. So please.
But it is also nice to see Benny doing his Martin Luther King with his "I have a dream."
Yeah, I had a dream that we were going to win the league. So I wish you just told me. I'd have been so calm all season. People have gone, "Really? You think Arsenal definitely going to win?" Yes. Well, Benny's had a dream.
I had, yeah. Third week of the season, I had a dream. I documented it. So I'm hoping it will come true, or else it will turn into a nightmare.
No, like from now, I 100% back that statement. If we don't win the Premier League from here, I'm Arteta out all day. I'm like, you cannot throw this away. This is ridiculous. You've got the squad. You're up against a Man City team that just lost in Norway 3-1.
Yeah, just very quickly, everyone in chat has been great, apart from Boyten Dio. He's useless. He's terrible.
Quad loading. Boy Tendio's quad loading is going to be the best-selling T-shirt at the parade. Weers is off. I think we're all off, but thank you for being here, guys. I would like to add Benny has been a great addition to the Adams Arms. Very kind and articulate.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, chap. Yeah.
I want to say that. I want to say that to you. I want to say that to Bobby. I want to say that to a lot of you that have come in recently. We've had a bit of a spike in subscribers, and I'm really looking forward to these shows. But I feel like it's a real pleasure. The first person I remember that really came into the streams was Jose BX Gunner, and I'd never forget that I did a watch along on a Saturday morning, and it was pretty much just him and me. But I had a brilliant time. He was brilliant comments, just really good fun. And that's how I fell in love with doing these. Obviously, I don't do live streams anymore because I just can't do them. I don't think there's any value in me adding myself or us to live stream. We'll talk about it afterwards. But I just want to say to all of you, sure, people come and then they become part of it. And to those of you that watch and repeat, Red Eye was in the comments today. Can't wait to get you back on here. Kyle Walsh, there's so many. But for all of you that were here tonight are the best. And I'm so grateful to you. And particularly, Rosie, who is the best moderator in the business. Although today you've been somewhere else doing it remotely. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Thank you for being here. Boy Tendio with One Day Zanzi will say chat was terrible and all our faces will go. It should be terrible, but he'll still say it was emotional. Yes, it moves that badge in this weather. It slides down the wall before Dan goes live. It doesn't actually, but it does bobble up pretty badly. I've been pretty mediocre form today for the chat. Fair critique from assistant gaffer Zanzi. Right. We are ending this stream now. Please return to your families and loved ones. You may now return to your families and loved ones. Feel free to complain about Arteta again. The Adams Arms is closing at 1:34. I look forward to seeing you all. Definitely going to do a preview before, like Friday or Saturday night. There'll be another live. But if I don't see you, then I'll see you on Sunday, 10:30. The Adams Arms, and thank you so much for all your support. Till I see you again, be lucky and lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.
Raga Jungle Ransom, the Guna sound system. We come to mash up the dance tonight. Arsenal style, red and white. Get behind the red army. Moving like Ferraris. With the handbrake off. Take it off. With the handbrake off. No stop, no stop. Back to the cage. The lions are awake. From Highbury's goes to the Emirates gates. Drums like thunder, hearts vibrate. When the cannon boom, it's too late. Take the handbrake off. Red army rolling on. Saka on the wing, blazing trails. Trossard twist and the keeper whale. Arteta plan, never derail. Jungle drums and